Right, good evening everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. I don't know why it does that. It does that when you tab out, but we are back here for the final of the 2024 Virtual 9-Ball World Championships. I'm just going to tab out again for 2 seconds. Good evening, welcome to Steve.
Hang on my YouTube sound.
You were breaking up there.
You sound funny. It sounds like there's some 60 cycle hum background noise.
I don't know what's going on, but I am using a different streaming software. It might sound different through Discord, but I did a test stream earlier this afternoon, and Bill said it was sounding okay. So maybe I don't know whether there's maybe a conflict with Discord. But
Yeah, it's got a 60 cycle buzz. It sounds like.
well, I think the problem. In fact, hang on a minute. Hang on a wee second. Just going to tab out a sec. Where is it? I'm going to check the volume level. Where are we? Oh, that's the bit rate. I don't know whether I can adjust this while I'm actually live. I probably could. Should be able to adjust it.
The bit rate's not the issue.
No,
There's
I'm
just
I'm
a
trying to
60
find a,
cycle hum going.
I'm trying to find the right bit. Hang on a minute. Right, I've set the volume to default. I can't do anything else to make anything any better.
Yeah, it's not volume. It's just background hum.
I'm surprised at that. Anyway, I can't fix it. This is as good as it's going to be using this mirrorless action software.
So what happened to the golden rule? Don't change anything.
Well, the thing is I've had problems last night. I think I had problems the last couple of days. The PC's rebooting again. It happened twice last night or twice on Friday night, and so I'm just trying a different bit of software to see that there's no conflict there and whether it's going to happen. So I've got my fingers crossed. Both of these players are actually breaking a ball on the break or averaging a ball on the break. Albinario is still the best numbers. Cobra is, I think, exactly on 1 for the tournament. So we all know what's going to affect it, the usual stuff.
Well, Bill's calling it 25-21 Cobra.
Well,
which that goes against what he said before, because his prediction before was Albin was going to lose and then come back and beat him in the final.
Well,
so
that's
Bill's changed his mind.
That's why I said this is Cobra's worst nightmare. His worst nightmare is beating Albinario, sending him to the one-loss side, only for Albinario to come back and get a hold of him in the final and do him over again. It's happened before. I'm thinking it might go all the way. Welcome everybody. We are about a minute and a half away from this room going up.
Well, it should be a close match. I mean, you guys all know I don't call scores, but I would say if they both play great, Albin has the slight advantage. Just because he moves better. Cobra's moving game's gotten a lot better, but Albin is still a little better there. But that's a big if, both of them playing great. I mean, typically in this kind of thing, one guy plays well and the other guy plays great, and I think the guy that gets the great part's gonna win.
So here we go. We've got Cobra on the right. For the lag. Welcome to Fast Steady. I read your second post, Fast Steady. I still don't know what you're talking about. And what you are talking about, a Scotsman notices straight away what you're talking about is actually putting real live money into this thing. And I ain't going down that road either. All of this to say to build money up to get a PC, bitcoins and all that kind of crap he's talking about. Something I have no clue. All of this sort of it all sounds dodgy to me. I'm not interested in it really. Right, it's a cue ball. Well, Albinario is going to. Oh, he's just held it on. Well, what did we get there? 6 and 7 ball. Shout. Going quiet, Steve. Are you still there?
Yeah, I was just, I've got a article about Scots that I'm going to post when we get a break. Somebody will go to the bathroom eventually.
Yeah, it might be me, because I actually haven't been.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everybody's going to take at least one bathroom trip.
Oh, by the way, Steve, just keep an eye on, I believe Matt is, I presume from Matt's conversation that he had with me earlier on, MC Clarkey, I think, is due to play Stubb in the one-loss side, in the Cowboy, and Matt, I think, has already sent a proposal, and I said to Matt, I said, look, Stubb will wait until the last day before he does anything. And do you know something, Steve? Stubb hadn't done anything last night, late on last night, yesterday afternoon, with Jose. And I went on to Facebook. Stubb had been active on Facebook 10 minutes prior, so I sent him a message. I said, look, when are you going to play this match with Jose? Because it's deadline night tonight. And
So
you know what
Stubb lost to Jose?
Yeah, well, but you know what Stubb said?
Wow.
He said Jose's not accepting any of the times, and then it turned out Stubb then sent me a message saying I've accepted Jose's time, and then the match went ahead at 5 o'clock my time yesterday. So you know Stubb will mess about for days on end. But the reason I'm saying about it is because Matt said, well, the deadline date's the 11th of June. And the problem is he won't be around on the 11th of June, and Stubb will hang off until then.
Yeah,
Probably
Stubb
hoping to
won't
get
be the
through
one
it.
going through. That's all there is to it. It won't be Stubb going through.
Well, I think Albie had a go at the combo there.
He did.
25-15 to Cobra. No, that's going to be... I mean, I don't think these guys have had anything other than a pretty close match every time they've played.
I think this is just going to be the simple safety. Dink the 1 past the 5. Yep. And that's the right play. I mean, Albin may take a jump at this.
Oh, well, there's Yama back in the house. Good evening to you. It must be Leighton.
Yeah, hi, Yamaguchi.
Where are you, Yamaguchi Taru? Are you in Japan?
East Japan.
Yeah, he might have a Japanese flag, but it could be French for all we know. You know, everybody's in disguise in this game. It must be very early in the morning where he is. Something Steve needs to look at is Stubbs. Oh, that was a weird one yesterday, Steve. That was really weird. Larry there? Because Larry remembers it was him that noticed it. Stubb got disconnected.
Oh, nice shot there.
And prior to him disconnecting, here's the interesting thing. Prior to Stubb losing connection, he had no extensions left. There was 4 extensions, I think, in the Cowboy, and he'd lost them all. And he got disconnected. He came back in, and when he came back in, he had 4 extensions.
Yeah, I don't think it should be doing that.
Yeah, so Yama says he's in Japan, so, I mean, he must be what time is it here? 6 o'clock at night, so 6 hours to midnight, so it's like 2 in the morning. 2 a.m. in the morning where you are. These two have played 523 games, and there's only one between them, 262 to 261 to Albie. Where do you dig that stat out? 2 a.m. it is. Where there they are.
Well, you can get that out of the stats. You can look at players' lifetimes against each other.
Oh, aye, that's right. Yeah. Oh, aye, that's the other thing semi-pros asking about. This dodgy guy, Jeff.
I don't know. I answered that email. Obviously, you didn't like the answer. I mean, what do you want me to say, Sam? I had a connection problem.
Oh, it was weird connection problems, by the way. I must say that.
I warned him about abusing other players.
It was definitely weird. Well, first rack's on the board. Now let's see if Albie's doing his side pocket balls again. They're flying into the side pockets. They've been doing it all the way through the tournament.
Well, you guys ought to move to the U.S. and because there's plenty of people here that believe in conspiracy
Look at
theories.
this. Look at this. Look at this for a break. Best break of the tournament. 2 balls gone. 4 balls gone. 7 balls gone. 8 balls gone. 1 ball's going. 3 balls next. And it's 2-0. We don't need to say much more about this, right?
Geez, I watched a video. He said he kept resetting it because he didn't have a shot on the 2. Well, it reset even when he did have a shot on the 2. I mean, it doesn't even do what you said. You saw the stuff in the room. He was losing connection and coming back. You know you're going to lose shots when that happens.
So, good start for Albi, a good follow-up rack, best follow-up rack you could get there. Now this time, no side pocket ball and no balls at all. And no shot for Cobra. Now this will frustrate Cobra if this happens throughout the match where, you know, when Albinario does get a dry bait, Cobra's not going to sniff. We'll see if that pattern takes hold. What, he's done exactly the same thing to others. Well, he must have a technique for losing his connection then.
Well, anybody can lose their connection if they want.
Yeah, but restore it that quick. All I can say about it is the video looked weird. I mean, I've seen people lose connection, but not in that way. I've never seen that before, in such a pattern. But then again, when I saw him the next day, I think, in fact, but here's the annoying thing, when I saw him the next morning, I was on early and he was on and he was playing in a tournament and everything went fine.
Yeah, well, I told him if he has a bad connection, go and don't play in the tournaments. I don't know where he is or what his connection is, but there's still a lot of shitty connections in the world.
I don't think Albie was trying to do anything with the 1 ball. I think he was just looking to try and get the cue ball safe.
Yeah,
he's going to be in trouble here, though.
Yeah, well, yeah, he probably will be. I mean,
well, as long as Albie misses this, Cobra misses this 6 ball.
Yeah, this is a little tricky. I don't think he can see the edge of the full edge all the way out on the edge of the ball. I think he's going to have to hit this thicker.
He can see
loads
of it. He's got to miss the 6 though. Well, yeah, you know, this could get kicked in.
Oh yeah, this is going to get kicked in. And he's going to get a shot on the 2. Only thing can go wrong here is scratching. You don't want to hit this too hard. As long as you don't hit it hard, it should go forward into the end rail.
Well, there's nothing to back you up on, semi-pro. I said to you at the time, what did I say to you when I said to you, when you go to Steve with this thing, he's going to say it's connection issues. Nothing untoward happening. And what did I tell you?
I looked at the video and that's what I thought it was.
You know, I mean, I'm sure that you can go and look at the database or whatever the hell it is that you go for that particular time of the day and look and see if you can find anything that looks funny. I'm sure you can investigate a bit more if you want to, but it definitely looked weird.
Connection lost.
Yeah, but it was just happening. You know, it's just happening so weirdly. Nobody loses connection like he did. Let me say that. And it looked as if it was somebody up to no good with the way it was going on. But it's a definitely weird pattern. This looks good.
How can it be no good when it did exactly opposite of what Semi-Pro said. He said he kept losing he kept resetting when he didn't have shape on 2. Well, he got shape on the 2 and it still reset. So I watched the video. I looked at what Semi said. It didn't do what Semi said. Semi said he resets it every time he doesn't have position on the 2. He got position on the 2 and it still reset. So what do you want me to say?
Bill says he had the same thing. Jeff came into the room, shot the same shot 4 times until he had a good leave, and then
I'll take a
continued
look
to rack.
at him and see, but if it's coincidence, it'll be happening when he doesn't have a good leave. If he keeps doing it and solves a good leave, you know, that seems to me it would be very difficult to do.
Well, there's always. I mean, I'm no program writer, but there's always bits of software that you can do that can, you can get up to tricks with. I'm pretty certain. Bound to be. So Cobra is nailed. Maybe not quite. Oh, he is. He is nailed. That's how you. That's where you want to put somebody tight on a ball.
Well, send me the video so I can see it. Don't send me a video where you say, here's a cow getting shot, and I see somebody petting a cow. Send me a video that shows exactly what you're talking about.
Well, to be fair to Semi-Pro, maybe he just get his words mixed up. In how he's described it. I mean, to summarise it, it looks dodgy, doesn't it? I mean, for the people that saw it and who were actually in there, and I wasn't in there at the time, I just looked at the video. And looking at the video, it looks weird.
I looked at the video and it looked at me what happens when you lose connection after you shoot.
Well, I've never seen it happen. Never seen that happen on a pattern like that. There was too much of a not irregularity. I'm talking about regularity and how it actually took shape. It just looks weird. But there you go. You know, if there's somebody doing dodgy stuff, it's down to you, Steve, to investigate it and make sure nobody is doing dodgy stuff. This guy looked as if he was.
I've got all kinds of anti-hack stuff in this software, and you know, I mean, I've looked at stuff, I've added stuff. You know, I'll look at this, but so far, looking at the video, I didn't see anything I thought was that untoward. The fact that it's happening a lot.
And do you know something else, though, Steve? The reason you don't think there's anything untoward as such is that you don't play online as often as all of these guys do, and obviously there is occasions where people drop connection. You know, you look at Stub dropping connection. His connection drops are nothing like what that pattern was. And the reason the guys are thinking it looks weird is because they've never seen an instance like that before. Nothing like it, nothing that resembles it, and it just looks totally out.
He may be trying to pull the plug on his computer.
Well, yeah, I mean there's something funny about it.
But the thing is I think he was only losing connections in the room. He wasn't having to relog in, so you know, he can't be doing that.
Well, anyway. We'll see. Obviously the guys who are wise to it will be keeping an eye on anything if he shows up. And here's the other annoying thing. The other annoying thing is that he was on my friends list, and he's obviously somebody who changed his name recently. That's the other annoying thing. He's not on my friends list anymore because I took him off, but because I couldn't work out who it was. So it was somebody that was on my friends list, and.
Well, I can find out who he was.
Well, and there was somebody recently who sent me a friend request, and reluctantly I accepted it, and I can't remember who the hell it was either. And it's probably that one that changed their name. Right, well, in the meantime, we've got a match to deal with here, and Cobra's looking to get into the game here. First rack on the board by the look of it. Now, of course, we're all waiting to see what Cobra's going to dish up as far as the break goes. Well, 7 balls gone. We need to have a quick look around at this 4 and 5 ball. Now, the 4 ball goes into that corner pocket, and from the 3 ball you can get across in behind that 4 if you're not trying to play a breakout. But of course, Cobra, with the 2 ball as it was, had a good line to play a bump there and then, and everything's good. Apart from the fact the 4 ball is extremely tight past that 8.
Well, he can't be that old a player because he's only been here since October.
Well, in that case, he's somebody that has been here for a while. That's probably opened another account. That's probably what it is.
Well, you said he was your friend and he changed his name.
Well, he was. But you're saying he's only been a live player online for... I wouldn't accept a friend request from somebody that's only been here 4 months and I don't even know who the hell they are. So it can't be that then.
Saying. It's probably somebody else.
Aye. Well, this 3 ball's tight. Oh, he's dead weight. That's pretty good. That was the one way to make sure the 4 ball is getting right behind it and play it in the other corner pocket. So all is good so far. Five-second delay on YouTube. I've just refreshed it. So it was longer earlier on today, but it's actually better. For some reason, later on in the day, it's better. Yeah, we don't like strangers. Well, Cobra's break, dry. Now, is Albinario playing the cut, or is he cutting this ball and ducking for cover? No, he's going all out for it. Well, the problem with going all out for it is that, in fact, I think he's good here. I mean, the 2 goes in the gap, and I think he's got enough of it. Yeah. Well, I take that back, Slim. We don't like strangers when funny things start happening when they're in rooms. I think that's one way to summarise it. And the 3, sweet little bank. So now he's dicing with a problem here with this 8 ball in the middle of the table, because he's got to obviously try and get below the 5. The 5 doesn't go past the 6. So cue ball's got a lot of running to do here. I mean, if he starts coming down this sort of line to here and he falls short, he's going to have to jump. So he's got to make sure he gets somewhere in this zone. Loads of room to get there though. But if he's heading 3 rails, he can come over to this 7. He could still be in trouble. No, he's going to be below it. And bump the 8, that'll do it. We'll panic over. So Albinario is going to retain his lead. Oh, Tam says he weirdly got a friend request from him as well for some reason. Assumed it was another player. Come back as someone else. How do you unfriend? You just go to your friends list and there's a little red cross and you just click it and that deletes them. Dead easy. Go down your list of friends that you have and hit the cross. Get rid of them all. You know the tab that's on your profile where it says friends, just go to that and you'll see the red cross next to their name on the left hand side. Can't see it offline. No, of course you can't. You've got to come online to do that. I mean, come on. Do you need any more clues? Goodness me. You're Scottish. Don't embarrass us, for goodness sake, after getting that win last night. Well, the push out played. And what we got here? Why is he looking? Is he looking at cutting this? Oh, this is crazy. Is he looking at doing a stub here? I think he's looking at the line. I can't think he's doing anything else. I mean, just trying to get the weight and send it to the short rail on the top, but he hasn't got the cover.
Yeah, this actually looks a lot like the problem Stubb had before.
It does work offline. No, it doesn't work offline. I don't know what you're talking about. All I'm saying is you need to go to your profile online to delete any friends. You can't do it any other way. I mean, you could do it on your phone. Just log into VP4 on your phone and do the same thing. You don't need to come online that way, but you can go online and via the VP4 online website and do it through the phone. I check if there's any matches scheduled while I'm sitting waiting to start my work in the morning in the canteen at work. I just log in and do a quick check. Well, Cobra's I think he was looking at kicking. He's contemplating trying to jump. He's giving it a go.
Yeah, this looks a lot like the problem Stubb was having before.
Well,
I'm not sure what's causing it.
Right. So I'm glad you explained that, WizKid, because trying to understand these Scottish people, I mean, it's a strange language that they use. Well, Steve, I have to say, I watched Donald Trump coming to the podium in Trump Tower to make his statement after he had been found guilty in all counts, and I've never heard so much bullshit in all my life that he blurted out. I mean,
well, he's a bullshitter, but
yeah, but somebody should have gave him a decent script. They should have gave him a decent script, for God's sake. Come out with two wee scroll bits of paper, and he was blabbering on and mumbling and bumbling, and I thought he doesn't. You know, he should have come out prepared.
The problem with the whole business wasn't because whether he was guilty or not. The problem with the whole business is it was a political prosecution, and that's going to cause a lot of problems in this country. I mean, yeah, he probably was guilty of all that stuff. There's a lot of people that are guilty of a lot of things, but the fact that it was a politically motivated prosecution is just going to cause tons of problems.
Of course, yeah.
I'll tell you what, anybody in the world has their background looked into, anybody especially that's been in business like him for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff people would find out that they did wrong.
All sorts of dodgy deals, yeah.
It's the way it is.
I mean, it got so boring. I'll tell you how boring it got listening to him. The BBC News pulled the plug on him. They said, right, let's go to this. Fed up listening to him. Oh, dear.
All politicians are liars. His problem is he's a blatant liar.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never a
He makes up lies that are so ridiculous, nobody could ever believe them.
I think that's why he's entertaining. When you think that it's him up against Joe Biden, who's going downhill rather, I can't see Joe Biden surviving another bloody 4 years as president. He'll be drooling out the right side of his mouth by the time it gets to the end of that.
He's a terrible candidate.
Oh dear.
We're going to have an election with two terrible candidates.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like, who wants either one of them?
And you know, the funny thing is, I thought, you know, this court case with Trump, that's not going to make a lot of difference to a lot of the Trump supporters, and they were talking to them. I mean, okay, we know he's a dodgy guy, but we like him better than Biden. That's basically the thought. Oh dear. And then, of course, we've got all this crap going on over here as well. We've got a month, we've got 6 weeks leading up to the 4th of July when they're having the general election over here, and it's just the same. One's as bad as the other.
Well, that's he could have got a lot of places, and that's not a good one.
No, but what it is at the moment is a 2-rack lead for Albie. But does he think he can thin this? Can he? I don't think he can cut that, can he?
He might be able to. I think he can, actually. If he hits it a little too heavy, he's going to scratch, but I think he can thin it.
Oh.
It's just tough because trying to get to speed without hitting it real hard, there's a good chance the 2-ball doesn't get to the hole.
I don't think he's convinced he can get that.
I think I would cross over and take the 2-ball up table, like try to hit it between the 5 and 8 and take the cue ball and try to park it on the 3. He can cross over the top of this and get the cue ball out of the way. He's got plenty of room to do that.
Is that true, Bill? Trump he's already raised $28 million since he was convicted.
Actually, I think it was more than that. The number I heard was that he'd raised like $53 million in 48 hours afterwards. Well, he did cross it over, or he didn't cross it over, but he did get it up table, and he's left an edge. and I think Cobra's got a pretty good looking safety here. I think you got to decide here is whether you're going to hit it into the 6 or not.
Well,
If you thin it, you'll miss the 6. He
the night.
decides to hit it into the 6, and I
Oh,
think that
that's
was a
no
pretty
good.
good decision, but he did not hit
That's
it
no
hard
good.
enough.
That's 2 foot short because he wanted behind the 3.9.
Well, that's, I mean, I'm sure he knows this. If you're going to hit it thick, you got to hit it harder to get the same speed, but maybe it just didn't register in his brain right.
Watch the knuckle.
Watch out.
Oh, that'll work.
There, he got away with one there.
That's one way of getting cover. And that's another thing that'll annoy Cobra. Things like that.
Well, you got to just take that kind of stuff in stride. I mean, if you're going to let bad rolls bother you, then you're going to drive yourself crazy. That's a very good shot.
Oh,
that's
no.
a very, well, it didn't line up, so.
It isn't set, so there's nothing to worry about there, but how, this is the thing, where do you go with the cube? Do you mean?
I would hit the right side of the cue ball, let the 2 come off the 9 and go to the rail and take the cue ball to the other rail and, leave him that. I mean, it's, yeah, he'll be able to see the ball, but he looks like he's going to try to go behind the 3. And I don't think that was a bad choice, but he didn't execute it well.
Now, you can send it to.
Well, I'm playing safe here.
Yeah, you can send it to up to the first. Well, you can do the first diamond and down the left side behind the 5, 8, and 9.
Just straight up and down. You just shade the left side of the 2, straight up and down with it, and use the 5, 8, 9.
Well, I have a funny feeling he's trying to
shooting.
He's trying to get up to that 7, 6, and 4 ball, I think.
Yeah, I don't like that as good because I like just straight up and down. He's got a very slight angle. If he takes the 2 straight up and down, the cue ball will go up, and he's got the 5, 8, and 9.
Welcome to Interchange X. That's a good pot. The only problem is that whether he was going to get out of there clean, because as soon as you start heading up that direction, there's too much traffic to guarantee you're going to get out of there. And welcome to who's Dusty Puppy again? That's Dwight, isn't it?
We've got a cowboy player in the house. Todd is talking about cowbugs.
Yeah.
Well, that is one of the criteria whether you shoot at something or not, is whether or not you can get position.
Well, I think he spun that cue ball a wee bit with unwanted English there and curved it off the edge of the 3.
I would put that in the category of bad decision by Cobra, because he took a tough shot with potentially dodgy shape, and that's you're trying to overcome 2 things. You're trying to make a hard shot, plus you're trying to overcome potential shape.
Yes, I'm definitely going to bed Tuesday evening. Definitely, I'll be going to bed about 8 o'clock for a couple of hours. And then the big showdown on Tuesday at 11 p.m. British Summer Time. By the way, Steve,
you're playing?
I hope you make a note of that. That's 2 in a row I've accommodated these Americans with their bloody weird time zone crap. I had a match last Tuesday at 10:30 my time, and a match this week at 11 o'clock my time.
Do you want a medal?
No, I'm just making it known that I'm very accommodating.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure they appreciate it.
Only because it was a day off the next day, no other reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we got to be. We got to be accommodating to each other.
Well, Albinario is helping himself to a 3-rack lead here.
Yeah, well, I think this was all... Cobra had a very easy safety. Instead, he decided to shoot something that was tough. That just... you just can't get away with that all the time. I mean... Gambling will break you of that habit.
There we go, side pocket again. 8 balls gone this time. And he's not in the one. Now, he's got room to have a jump here, Albie. He's definitely going for the jump, I've no doubt about it. This is a nice gap for him to jump over.
I don't like the
or
jump.
Is he chickening out on it? I'm surprised at that. No, he's going for it.
I guess in VP this is okay. I'd never do this in real life, but in VP this is probably okay.
He's going to show Cobra how to do it. That's what he's going to do.
You know, he's got options here. He could push to something, not that easy.
There you
but
go.
I guess if you can do that,
watch this. Is bump to 3.
Yep, he's good. Good shot.
Well, by the end of this rack, there could be what we'll class as a mini crisis on here for Cobra that needs to be tended to pretty sharply, given the chance, or whenever he is, he's going to get it. And it could turn into Cobra's worst nightmare, as I predicted. Oh, I never noticed you there, Mark. Good evening. Will we keep you out of your bed at the moment? Watch the side pockets again.
So what happened? Semi-pro left? Did he pout and go home?
3 balls going in again. Semi-pro has probably left the building yet.
Yeah.
He got himself worked up too much.
Well, so he left before he found out what happened, because I looked at the log. I could tell you exactly what happened, even though nobody would probably understand it.
Of course we won't understand it. You're just saying it's a dodgy connection. That's all. That's the only part we understand. But
it's a dodgy connection. The problem is that the way it's manifesting itself is unusual.
Yes, yes.
It's not from something he can do. I think it's from a piece of equipment. Could be his computer, could be his router, could be something in between him and the data center.
Cobra getting down and dirty. Albie's not jumping that. Yeah, but I don't think that's the problem as well. I think the other problem is that I heard that there was some sort of abuse going on as well.
Well, that's more of an issue. I think people started accusing him, and he got mad and started cussing at him.
I don't know whether he started doing that prior to anybody questioning what he was up to, or whether anything funny was going on, or whether that's the way he was in the normal course of events. I can't comment on that because I wasn't there. I wasn't around.
Well, I don't know, but I don't think anybody reported him, or I didn't see a report.
Excuse me.
So if there's no report, then I don't get to see what happened.
I see you got the NIGGERRR guy the other day. I noticed that. I see you got him and booted him. One of these Vietnamese guys with what he thought was a clever name. Well, this is a big must here for Cobra.
Yeah, Linus reported him.
Now this 7 ball has got to be got at from the other side of where the 6 is. So
Linus
that's
the only one that reported him, but at that point the only one cussing was Linus. But I know what the problem is, and I don't think it's anything Jeff is doing. It's a TCP/IP problem that shouldn't happen, but it does because TCP/IP doesn't work right.
Now this is a wee bit tricky here. This is a wee bit tricky, this angle. He's got to be careful if he's getting into the gap and back up onto the 6. And does he want to trifle with this 9 ball? Is he trying to bump the 9? No. Now he's got to... he can go behind this 7 ball. He can cheat the pocket and go behind the 7, come out the other side. Because it's the only way he's going to pot it, and there's no way you're getting to it. If you left it square here, you could maybe get away trying to bank it, but it's too tight.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Eddie. I don't think he's crashing rooms on purpose, not what I'm saying. So, I mean, I told him not to play if he has a bad connection.
You think?
Well, I don't think that he does intentionally. I took a look at the problem, and I don't think that it's something that he is doing.
He can. Well, his eyes are better than mine. That's tight to me, but it looks as if he might have enough room to. Yeah, is that a foul or was it legal? Yeah, it's legal.
Honestly, I don't think there's any way to do what he's doing on purpose.
You used to crash rooms. Where did you dig that up, Mark? Where did you come up with that idea? I used to crash rooms too. That's news to me. Aye, that's better. I don't crash rooms. I just crash your next shot. That's what I do when I enter the room. That's the only ability I've got, the psychic ability I've got. But certainly I don't crash rooms. Used to happen. What? Where are you digging this idea up, eh? Imagine him stirring this up and saying I crash rooms. I'll tell you, I think he's having a Joe Biden moment. Right, what we got here? Well, again, Albie's got plenty of room to jump, but he's calling the push.
I think he may push closer, make the jump easier. We'll see what he decides to do.
Say that again, Steve. Push closer to make the jump easier.
He may just bump the 8 ball and.
Are you talking about leaving bait for Cobra to have a go and maybe pass it back? Yep, I think you're right enough.
Moving a little closer.
Yep, I think this is one of these psychological moves here, right by Albinario again. He's up to the tricks again. And
I don't think it's a psychological move. I think he just wanted to get closer to make the jump shot more reliable.
Yep, Cobra's gave it back to him. Well, no guarantee he's going to be on the 2. Well, he's caught the 8 though.
Well, he didn't get it close enough. I think what he should have done is instead of trying to roll the cue ball like 5 inches and he ended up rolling it 2. I mean, it's hard to roll it a certain distance. He could have rolled up and bumped the 8 and kind of bumped the 8 away to get the distance he wanted, and I think that would have been a lot easier than just trying to push the cue ball forward.
Well, I think he's got to go behind. He's got to go to the long rail to pot this 3, because that's going to give him a reasonable line to get him. Well, he could have done.
Oh, he's fine. Yeah, he can pot the 3 and roll forward, shoot the 4 on the side. 4
on the side, yeah.
You know, he'll maybe have to leave a little angle and use some English. I mean, you obviously don't want to take the chance of rolling behind the 6. If he gets on the rail, he can kind of slide out, and he didn't get on. See, if he was on the rail, he could have slid out. Now he's going to have to roll it and leave himself an angle where he's going to need to use English, or he's going to need to shoot the 5 down table. Kind of his choice.
Well, he's probably going to. I mean, he could even play this 5 into the side if he gets really good on it. But
he could even draw this back if he wants. But I think he'll just roll it forward. And yeah, and he's got an angle where he'll put a little English on it, and get to the other side.
now,
he's fine, well played.
I mean, I think he's got to get in between the 6 and 8. He can't let this. I mean, it's going to go 6 and 8, isn't it? If he's just going straight across to that long rail and straight across again. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, he decided to just no English and come straight back. Yeah, well done.
That'll do it, because he can now just stun out past the 8 and he's fine.
That shows he knows where the cue ball's going. A lot of players wouldn't have shot that shot because they wouldn't have been sure of the line.
What is that pick again? Is that another snake with a Union Jack cowboy hat on this time?
That looks like Chat GPT there. Dolly.
I can't quite make out what the animal is. I'm assuming it's a snake.
It's a snake. He's got a 6-shooter and a cowboy hat. I mean, this is really a dual purpose. He can use this for cowboy too.
Well, it all looks simple from here on in as far as getting out goes. 9 balls off the rail. He's got to get the pace right in this cue ball and doesn't want to land on top of the 9. That's the only 2 rules here. Get the pace right, don't land on top of it. Pick a line that's going to be good, and that'll do it. Just played the draw. Now he needs that follow-up just to steady the ship. That's all he's looking to do here. Get himself back in even terms and then start again. Yes, pretty much. I mean, because Albinario is let's be honest, Albi's rarely online. I mean, he might come on while a tournament like this is on, and he might go into a room for an hour or so, but other than that, he's not a regular visitor, Albinario. So they generally do meet up in these big tourneys.
Oh boy. Well, Cobra had a chance to run some racks, but it didn't happen. And
it didn't last long, did it? Well, he's back within 2, and
this isn't connect the dots, but I think Albin will still get out here. There's not really any problems if you move the cue ball well.
Well, of course, the other thing also is that the only sort of... I mean, he's going to be playing the 4 to the other pocket, obviously, from here. Now, he must have the angle, unless he's going to stop the cue ball and play the 5 into the side tight.
Well, there's some... If you get straight enough on it, you know, you can slide over between the 9 and 5 or just brush the 5. I mean, we'll see what he decides to do here. If he gets above it, then, you know, there's more options. If he stays above it, that's a little risky.
Yeah, it just... Let me have a look.
Yeah, he did stay a little above it, so he'll probably go forward. He could shoot it up table if he wants.
He's got plenty of room to get into the gap, hasn't he?
I think he'll go forward, yeah.
Plenty of room. This is good touch. He'll get him there. Now, this is the one where it's either dead weight into... It's got to be dead weight into the side, or into this side, or...
It's a spinner. Little spinner with right English.
Yeah, just holding it up. So, the inevitable has happened. Cobra's missed the pot, and Albinario is keeping him at arm's length with a chance to extend that.
I'd agree with that, Slim. I mean, I think there's, you know, as far as our run-out skill set, it's a little different. I think Cobra has better draw control, maybe a little better stun. Albie's got better touch, rolls the ball better. But Essentially, I agree. The main difference is Albie moves a little bit better.
Right, let's see if he gets back on track with these side pockets. Left side pocket's a favourite. Well, that 2-ball was heading in, but something else is going in the meantime. I think the 6-ball's gone, and look at this again. This is perfect. Well, Cobra's already just let out a big sigh, sat back in his chair and thought, right, well, I know where this is going.
Well, this is a shot. If he gets on this 2-ball, I think he's out. This is not a guarantee. He made it guaranteed. That was smart, holding it above the 7. He's gone, barring some unforced error.
Yeah, he's doing a slight cut break. I'll do that.
Yeah, he's been breaking from the middle, but doing a cut break.
There's a question for you, Steve. Can you do queries / statistics that are not on the website to see?
Possibly. I mean, there's only so much information stored in the database, so it's a question of rehashing that. If it involves information that's not being stored, then no. If it's information that's already stored but just being regurgitated differently, yeah.
Well, he's got to get over to that right side pocket, and he's a wee bit short. It just means he's got to. Well, I don't know whether he wants to let this run plain ball or get a hold of this. I think he's just going to let it run out. Aye, yep.
As expected, he runs out.
No information on how a game plays out, like the replay function. Then I'm not following you there, and what that means. Anyway, Albinario's got a 4-rack lead. He's come up dry, and again, he's not left anything easy for Cobra to start. I mean, is Cobra going to decide attack's the best form of defence here, or is he going to duck for cover? I mean, this isn't. It doesn't look like a dead set bank to me. But he can certainly come behind the 4, and he can go over towards the 7 and 8 if he wants to do that. But there's a lot of spaces here. Well, he's maybe a bit heavy. He's a bit heavy. That's
well, he's left the edge.
He's left
That's
half the ball, but
he's probably going to pay for that.
Well, I
See
think
if Albin can get him snookered here.
Yeah, well, Albie will have to get him snookered because we know where this 1 ball's going when he hits this 1.
Yeah, the 1's going to be exposed.
And he's going to get there. He's going to get there.
Yep. Good shot. So, if anybody's been wondering or watching, the World Pool Championships start tomorrow.
Where are they getting played, Steve? Are they getting played in London, or are they getting played abroad somewhere?
No, it's in Jeddah.
Saudi
Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
Or actually, it's UAE.
Yeah, well,
no, it's not. No, the next one's in UAE. I think this one's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
Jeddah.
well, that's the big buyout. All the big bucks are there.
Yeah, it's in Jeddah. Well, it's $1 million prize fund.
I'm trying to think. They're at least 4 hours in front of us in the UK, so that means they're like 9 hours in front of you. Something along those lines. I mean, it's going to be a crazy time zone difference.
I don't know. A lot of times with Matchroom, I just watch the recap, but I'll tell you something that's very wrong with what goes on in these tournaments is they seed things. They seed half the field. So the top 64 or the top 64 players in the event in Matchroom's point list, they don't play each other. They draw against the lower half of the field. The problem is there's a lot of great players that haven't played a lot of matching events, so they're not being seeded. So poor Kopin Yi has to play Jeff Ignacio the first round, and Jeff Ignacio is a great player and he's playing great. It's just a terrible draw for Kopin Yi. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm just saying, man, you're thinking, man, I'm seeded. I'm gonna get an easy draw.
So
He draws a world beater.
what's the format for this? Is it not round
It's
robin?
9-ball.
Yeah, but is it not round robin to start with, like
No.
groups of 8
No,
or something?
this is a double elim bracket, I believe.
Is it? Well, all the 9-ball world championships in recent times have been like a round robin thing in a group stage, and then like the last 64 go through. You know, the top 2 in each 8 team or 8 group.
No, they did a draw. They didn't draw groups. They drew matches. It's got to be a bracket.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about sport and politics. I mean, everybody goes on about human rights and everything in Saudi Arabia, but to hell with human rights when the big money's talking. That's why the boxing's over that direction, over that part of the world as well.
Well, the thing is that when you talk about the PGA Tour and guys going, oh well, you already have enough money, and oh my God,
there you go, Cobra. Cobra getting a wee bit despondent there, and suddenly there you go. There's the gift. The Albinario gift started. Oh, right, aye.
The guys on the PGA Tour that already got $50 million in the bank, so they need to take another 200 to go. Well, maybe not. But if you're talking about pool players, they're all broke. I mean, the top ones are getting by, but believe me, they don't have money. I mean, there's not a lot of money in pool. It's starting to get better. This is a huge purse, $1 million purse. So when you're talking about people that don't have money and they're getting offered up $1 million purse, yeah, you better believe they're all going to go play.
I'll do it the next time Alvy gets a break. Larry will play at 6 o'clock in the morning our time. I've seen Larry online in the mornings on the odd occasion. He drops into the lobby. So you can do that on Tuesday and Wednesday morning. I'll live stream it. I'll be off. I'll be in the one loss side by then anyway on Wednesday morning. I would tell a lie. I might not live stream it if the match starts at 11 o'clock. I could be here to 3 o'clock in the morning playing this bloody match of mine. So I could. Yeah, I retract that statement. I want to get a few hours sleep.
Albin got his push past again, and here we go, another jump shot.
Yeah. Cobra called his bluffing. It worked the last time for Cobra.
Yeah, he might be a little closer to the 7 this time. I mean, especially with the play cue, you got to be a comfortable distance. Well, he got over it, but no joy.
Well, this is. Oh, he actually brushed the 7. I thought he brushed the 7 when he was jumping it. Yeah.
Well, he did. Okay.
Yeah. The commentators, I just thought there was a little brush. Now, we could have asked him to replay it just to annoy us and annoy
I always look for that in real life because it happens where it just barely brushes it and nobody sees it.
Now, you see, the thing is, if the spectators had the replay function, then we could have watched that replay. You know that, Steve? I just thought I'd mention it. Well, Cobra's got another opportunity just to stay in touch. Oh, hang on a minute. He doesn't want that. That's what he didn't want.
Boy, I think he can still bank this, though.
Yeah. Well, I think he's got to go for it, considering what he's done.
Yeah, got to watch out for the scratch in the corner, though. I mean, you need to stun this and take it to the end rail.
Yeah.
You got to kind of stun and go forward a little. You got to get by the 6. But if you just hit this like pocket speed. Can you get to the long rail? Yeah, I think so, but it's not going to be going the right direction for the 4. I think he needs sort of little stun with a little teeny bit of run. He's putting left English on it.
I mentioned that. I'm thinking with it. Well, everything happened with that one, Steve.
Well, you know, he needed to stun it, and he tried to force it forward or something. I think I don't know what he was doing, but when you put that right English on it, the cue ball will tend to go forward more. And I think he was probably trying to get to the end rail, but he didn't compensate by lowering the cue a little when he put right English on it.
I think I mentioned that in the 2022 Cowboy World Championships when we were in commentary about what Cowboy stats you could actually hold on to. And the only thing I worked out is that, you know, obviously your high run would be anything between 0 and 101 if it kept high run stats. And then, of course, the other thing would be whether you kept a count on how many 101s you had, or how many, you know, let's say you had your high run was 90 and you'd done 3 of them. It's whether the stat showed that your high run was 90, or whether it shows 90 times 3, if you know what I mean, that you'd made 93 times. And whether the database would hold that sort of information.
Well, it can hold whatever, but it has to be put in there. I don't know if we're keeping high runs. If we are, obviously we're not displaying them. My guess is we're not keeping them for Cowboy.
No, I don't think we are. Well, Albinario, once again, is going to go 4 in front. Cobra's just not quite getting back onto his coattails yet.
Well, you know, Cobra just can't get anything going. I mean,
oh, I missed that break there. I forgot about the break.
Albin makes a mistake in 2-game swing, but you know, Cobra can't back anything up. He's not breaking and running out. And look at this break by Albin. If he gets on this 2, I think he's going to be out, and I think he will get on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and here we go again. So the difference I've seen in this match so far has been Albin's been able to break and run out, and Cobra has struggled with that.
Yeah. Well, there's still plenty of time for a twist and turn.
Yeah, Larry, I mean, I'm sure Semi wants that. I think what Semi needs to think about is how many world championships he's won, which isn't very many. I think he's won, what, once?
Oh, if you watched any of that match with Stubb last night with Jose, there was some funny bits in that, I'll tell you. Stubb was bullshitting all the way through it.
You're a funny guy, Larry.
Especially when he's doing some daft stuff.
This is terrible. Wow, this is not where you wanted to be. I don't know what Alvin's doing there, but this is not where you want to be.
Right, let's see how he's going to rescue the situation. This is fine.
I'm not sure what the hell he's doing.
This is fine.
I guess he's... Oh, does the 6 go? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, my bad. I thought he had to shoot the 6 in the corner. I didn't realize it went in the side pocket.
Yeah, just
my bad.
A little.
Yeah, he's
gentle
fine.
brush.
I thought I was thinking, what the heck's he doing? He knew what he was doing. The 6 ball goes there.
The yawning started, folks, and it's only 5 minutes past 7. So we're an hour and 5 minutes into the match. Oh, that was hilarious, wasn't it, Larry? Oh, I had a good laugh at that. And then Steve was getting it, wasn't he? Oh dear, I don't know whether anybody can remember some of the dialogue Stubb was typing, but Stubb made some boo-boos. You know, cowboy rule boo-boos, you know, and didn't even, you know, he was thinking there's a problem with the game. Oh dear. All right, right. Hang on a minute. There we go. There we are. So he's got a slight cut.
Yeah, and that's the first one he's had in quite a while where he's got a ball tied up. I mean, he's been getting great spreads, making balls. This one is, boy, he can't get to this 2-ball. So now you got to decide whether you're playing safe on the 1 or you're going to play safe on the 2. And, ideally the best shot is break the 2 out and play safe with the 1. That's a little risky. I mean, he could stun over the cue ball behind the 8 and run the 1 straight into the 2 and put the cue on the 8. Am I saying I'd shoot that? I'd have to feel real good about it to do it because
why not play the 1 ball onto the edge of that 4, pot the 1 off the 4 and free up the 2?
Because that's a really difficult shot. That's why. I'd play the stupid shot I just said before I play your stupid shot.
Yeah. I don't know that. I'm trying to work out what would I do myself here. Do I go for the cut into the side?
He's shooting it into the side, and I don't know what he's planning on doing with the 2 because if you're going to pocket the 1, you got to. Oh no, he's playing safe, and I think that was a good attempt, but not successful.
Well, I suppose it's worthwhile having a go at that because he was never leaving anything in the 2.
Well, if you're Cobra, you're looking at making this 1 and playing safe on the 2. So the safety I like is putting the cue ball back near where the 1 is and then thinning the left edge of the 2 and putting the cue ball on the 9. If you don't get it, the worst thing you're leaving is a bank and not necessarily a particularly easy one.
Oh, that was right where he had when he tried to play that. That was a funny one where he'd lost his connection to the server, but then when he came back, he had to retake the shot, and then he scratched.
Okay, so we got our first really crazy shot of the match. Cobra tried to break that out. Now that's that's not a good move.
Gary, you're Larry, right?
He's gonna pay for it.
No, Chet is Larry. Chet.
Well, Albin didn't get him that good. He's got a chance to kick this in, and if he doesn't kick this in, the 1 ball's going up table and the cue ball's staying down here. So he just needs to try to kick this 1 in. As long as he hits he went the other way.
Watch the. Oh.
Boy, I don't think that was smart.
Yeah, Gary sees Tam and Chet as Larry. They've got personality disorders, the 2 of them. Especially for setting up names to come onto YouTube.
Well, I think he's going to get saved here, and this is the right shot. Now you want to bump this hard enough to move it. See, if I was playing that, I'd try to bump the 4 enough to move it a little.
Yeah, just so that you free up
possibly free up the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the problem is when you get ball in hand,
you still get the same problem. Yeah,
you still got a problem.
Yeah.
I would have definitely ran into the 4 with enough speed to move it a little.
But right now, Cobra's backed into a corner. Now, what does Albinario do to try and break out this 2 from this?
I'd play the 9 maybe. Oh, he just bumped the 8 enough to get it in the way of the 9.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll go. So
well, all you do then is just get the big roll on this, and you just go straight into the back of the 2.
He's going to run into it. This is a good play. I mean, if you don't get it, you play safe.
There you go.
And he's got it.
Problem solved immediately.
Yep. And that's Albin winning the moving game again. I thought Cobra should have tried to kick that 1 ball in the side pocket, because if he didn't make it, as long as he hit it on the proper side of the 1, he had a good chance of being safe. The way he kicked it was not so safe.
Well, this is going to be a big 6 racks now.
You got a garbage truck outside your place, Q?
But at the moment,
like funny noises.
No.
Or did you start a fan up?
No, that's probably the fan in my PC you're hearing. It started whirring.
Well, I mean, the only thing here is where is he going to play the 8? He's got some choices.
Oh.
I think he'll just play for down table, and if you don't get it, you shoot in the side, or you could try to short side it here. You got side pockets too. He's going to play down table. I think that's a smart play because he's rolling out on a good line there.
Well, those two incidents happened in really short time between one another. That was a hilarious one as well. Stubb I think, was trying to get, was it 90 was trying to get, or was he trying to get out? Can't remember.
Well, at one point, Stubb had a lot of carom problems.
Yeah, well.
And Semi-Pro was spending all his energy saying Stubb was cheating, which didn't turn out to be the case.
Oh dear. He was trying to get to 100 and he got the extra carom. Oh dear. Well, balls flying into the side pocket again. They're queuing up to get into that side pocket.
And well, you know, it does pay to know the rules.
Look at this table. Big sigh again, just come out from Cobra.
I mean, the thing is Albin's break has just been really good. Well, and Cobra's has been not so good.
I think the one thing at the end of this is if it keeps going this way, the way Albie's breaking, he's balls in the break. Stat is going to go up. I mean, it's not going down the way, I'll tell you that.
I'll be surprised if Cobra doesn't make a run. I mean, he's too good a player to, just to have it keep going like this. So I think Cobra will make a run, but he's, it's tough, especially when you don't move as well. Because let's say Cobra breaks and, he makes a ball, but he doesn't have a good shot and he has to play safe or he has to push out. The problem he's got is that he's going to lose more of those games than he's going to win. So that already is going to hurt, and he's got to make up a lot of games. So really the only way for him to really get back in this match and win it is he needs to start breaking and running out a lot. Because I doubt Albin's going to give him too many games like he did with that 1-9 ball.
Steve needs to ban that break shot.
Well, I mean, Albin's figured it out and it's working for him now. No.
He's going right. Yes, looking for the line. Yeah.
I'll tell you the funny thing about break shots, and it's like this in real life, and it can be like this in VP too, although maybe not quite as much. Is that you practice it and practice and practice and you think you've got it, and then you get in a match and it doesn't want to work.
Well, that time again, he didn't get anything in the side, but he got something somewhere else. What is gone? The 5 ball's gone, and he may well be able to get clean to the 1. Can he? Can he get enough of
that? He's going to bump the 2, but that's fine. He's going to probably hit this with. Well, he doesn't have to. I think he can just hit this with just roll this.
You think he can come
hit
off
the 1, bump the 2, let the 1 come back out, and shoot the 2 in the other corner. I think he's fine here. It's definitely going to hit the 2. You might want to put a touch of right English on it. Yeah, he didn't put any. Yeah, so he's good. So my favorite match where a guy tried to get the break advantage. So Mika Inaman is playing Shane Race to 100, gambling money, big money match, and Shane having the best 10 ball break in the world and being close to being unbeatable in races to 100. Would have had a big advantage, but Mika decides he's going to be smart and say we have to play with the template rack, like the magic rack. So Mika gets on the table that they're playing on in Steinway, practices and practices and practices on the same table with the template rack and everything, and gets a point where he's breaking great. And so comes the day of the match, and they play on that table. Mika can't make a ball on the break. I mean, Mika gets drilled, loses by, I don't know, probably like 30 games or something. Just gets destroyed. Shane breaks great. Mika doesn't. And I'm sure that's happened to you guys where you're breaking really good in your challenge room or doing whatever, and you get one of these matches in the World Championship, and all of a sudden the balls don't want to go in.
Watch the cue ball. What's the cue ball? I think he's okay.
Has that happened to any of you guys where your break worked great till you got in one of these world championship matches?
Oh, I think it's.
I know it has to have.
I think if you talk to, I think if you address that to all the ones that are no longer in the tournament, they'll all say yes.
I can't believe it hasn't happened to.
Well,
to
you
know,
there's the guy to talk to. Go and talk to Spectre Don. He'll answer that.
Yeah,
He blitzes mostly every week in Friday night 9-ball with his break.
Look at Albinario said in the chat.
The old
You're going to catch up. You always do.
The psychological mind games have started.
Yeah. Cobra's like, not tonight. Well, you know, Cobra's trying to get Albin to like relax and give him some sympathy games.
Oh, by the way, Steve, I want to report that Interchange X guy, my next opponent. He sent me a message on the internal messaging system a few days ago when we were confirming the match, and the message title was Intimidation, and he sent a screenshot of his run in 99 in Cowboy, just to try and get inside my head. I want to lodge a complaint.
I think we might have to give him a medal for doing that. Well, he left the window here. This might be able to bank this in the hole. I'd shoot at it. I mean, the only problem is I think if he's going to miss it, it's going to go long.
What are you talking about banking anything here, Steve? I'm losing track of what you're talking about.
He could have banked the 1 ball.
Seriously? Into the right corner as we look?
Yeah, he could have banked the 1 ball. Instead, he plays this, which is just going to probably get him in trouble. I mean, I don't understand why I didn't bank the 1 ball. If this is me, I might jack up and fire this 1 into the 6 and try to draw the cue ball behind the 2.
Hang on a minute here. What's he set up here? Commentator's eye here. I think the 6 is going inside the 3. Yeah.
Well, if you hit the 1 on the left side, I think you can throw it into the 3. You have to hit on the left side of the 1,
looking at it.
The 6 will throw. I think he can throw it enough too if he doesn't hit it too hard. The thing about the throw is the throw is going to be more if you don't hit it hard.
He's trying to get out of there. He's going to take this 5 ball as well, is he not?
He's trying to put on the 9, but if he doesn't, he's in trouble.
If he doesn't get covered here, he's in trouble. Oh no, hang on.
He's not going to like this. He's just going to dink it.
Now, is Albie going to get crazy here and thump this 1 ball and bang the 6 into the side pocket with the cue ball? You sure?
I'm sure. He's going to dink it.
Stubwood every day of the week.
Stubwood, but he's going to dink it.
Yeah, you're right. No dice for that. Welcome to Mooncake. Too busy watching the match and paying less attention to the chat. Uh-oh.
What happened there?
Well, that was a major malfunction. That's what that was.
Wow, that was surprising.
Yeah, wrong button. Yeah, that's annoyed him. Now, 2 ball, you can get to clean. So this is...
this is looking like it's going to be 14-5.
This is Cobra's worst nightmare.
Well, Bill, you should have stayed with your original prediction. Because unless Cobra makes a miracle comeback...
Good evening to Robbie.
Your change of heart is not going to happen.
No, this is getting into the humiliation time zone here at the moment.
Cobra has a new mouse? Like how new? I hope it's not new for this match.
He does have a new mouse. I never heard him mentioning that. Well, if I'm Cobra, I'm binning it. He might, when he says wrong button, he may well have a new mouse and he's got confused with the buttons.
Is that a thumbs up for your original prediction or a thumbs up for a miracle comeback? I'm not sure what thumbs up that was for.
Oh man, I never noticed it.
The thing about winter break is Cobra can come back. I mean, it's doable. He's just got to be able to break and run a lot of racks.
Yeah.
But winter break does give you the chance. There's still plenty of time left. I mean, even after Albin wins this game, he still needs 11 more. So
Yeah, he's over the
it's
halfway
not
mark.
over yet. Oh, Razor Death Adder. Yeah, I've had a Razor. I think it was a Death Adder. What am I using now? I'm using an EVGA gaming mouse now.
I'm using a 20-year-old Microsoft notebook.
Basilisk. Yeah, the Razors are good mice.
Yes, this mouse I'm using is definitely 20 years old. I can confirm that.
Yeah, I like the Razors better than the Logitech ones. I like this EVGA better than Logitech. I had a lot of trouble with Logitech mice. I'm not saying some of them aren't good, but I've had trouble with their software.
Right, dry break. So he's got to roll the two into the side. Now the problem is you can't do that with this one ball sitting. This is tight.
No, he can dink this in. Yeah, he can shoot the two in the side.
See how far off the rail it is. This is going to go up the table.
No, this is just a little dink. He's fine. No, he didn't dink it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Because that was a funny speed. If you knew you were going up table, why would you hit at that speed?
And this is not. I mean, he's not going to try any kind of combo here, is he? How is he going to get cover more to the point?
Well, this is tricky. I mean, he's got a side-to-side safe that's hard. I'd probably bank the 2 off the end rail and bring it back down towards the 8 and try to take the cue ball across and use the 7, 6, 9. You know, that's kind of more of like a one pocket type shot. You're taking the cue ball across the table and using the 7, 6, 9. Bank the 2 up table. He's not going to do that.
Well, that's not good anyway.
He's going to sell out is what he's going to do.
And it's a huge pocket. Look at this. Look at the size of the pocket is now. This is a gimme.
So what you got to decide here, if you're going to hit a little soft spinner and take the cut on the 3, or whether you're going to bump the 3 a little, and I think he's just going to shoot the little soft spinner here. Oh, that was more than a soft spinner. I don't know about hitting it that hard.
I think he's okay.
Oh, he got away with it. Well, yeah, I'm not sure why he hit it that hard. He didn't have to. I mean, the 2 ball went into the pocket really fast. I'm kind of surprised he hit it that hard. Maybe he was worried about going in the side pocket.
Well, the 5 ball is a big problem. It's really tight to the rail by the look of it.
Yeah, well, you want to get good on it. You want to get close to the rail here.
It is tight. It's not frozen to it, but
yeah. As long as he gets close to this long rail, he's okay. Just got to get past the 6 ball.
That looks a good
pace.
Pretty
good.
Yeah,
no, that's nice.
And this is just a little bump stopper for the 6.
Just a stop shot. Yeah. No, he's good. I mean, you're not going to miss the shot at this angle. I think he'll just dink this. He's jacking up on it. I'm kind of surprised he's jacking up on it. But I guess it is virtual pool.
Oh dear, I've jinxed Cobra big time by saying this could be his worst nightmare. It's shaping up to be. It's very much shaping up to be.
Well, you know, you got to give Albin credit. He's played great. I mean, I said at the start, one guy would play good and one guy would play great. I think Cobra's played well. It's just, I mean, has he made a few more mistakes than Albin? Yeah, probably. But the huge difference is the break. The moving game and the break. It's been all Albin.
Right, wonder if he'll be back to his side pocket pattern.
It's tough to win when you're in your chair. There goes your PC fan again.
Yeah. And there goes the 8 in the side.
I've lost several matches where I never got out of my chair.
Oh, I can believe that, yeah. I mean... These
And
pro
I've
guys, yeah.
done it. I've done it to people, although not anywhere near as much as it's been done to me. Yeah, that's always a helpless feeling when you just watch a guy break and run the set out.
Yeah, 10 racks behind. When they need an almighty comeback.
Well, he's going to push, and I think it's going to be the same crazy push for the. I honestly don't like this bump into the push out, the jump shot, but you know it's working for him, and he's going to do something different. I don't think that's a great push because I don't think the scratch is on, and you know he's going to back cut this one. He doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball really to get on the two.
Well, I suppose it's
The scratch is close.
yeah. I think the other thing is, I think it's a good push out if you're looking from the point of view of putting pressure on Cobra to
Well,
come up with something.
Cobra finally got smart.
Yeah.
That was the right shot. He
Yeah.
finally got smart. That's a shot he had once upon a time before he let Alvin go crazy. Remember, he shot that ball
Yeah.
and hooked himself instead of doing the easy safe. He did the easy safe that time, and that's a smart play.
This might annoy Cobra a little bit as well if Albie kicks this along the rail.
Well, he's got a chance to kick it in, but that's the right shot because the cue ball will come up table. You want a two rail that's hit the end rail and then hit the one ball, and because the cue ball goes up table, and he runs straight into it, and he's going to get lucky anyways.
Yeah. Well, again.
Well, he's gonna be safe pretty good after this. I mean,
5 and 7 if you don't scratch. That's what it is, and you miss the 3.
Oh, you shouldn't scratch here. You want to put left English on this and go in between the 3 and the 7. Now he's not putting left English on it, and that's not the right way to play it.
And he's going to
get away with it, though.
Well, he's leaving him an edge. He's leaving him an edge, a very, very thin edge.
Did he leave him an edge? Yeah, I guess he did. That's a pretty small edge. Yeah, he wanted to get that behind the 5-7 because that's like the Great Wall of China.
Very, very small edge. Yeah. He got it. No, Cobra's got to have a go at the kick in here, has he? Or does he still duck for cover?
He's got an edge. I would duck for cover. I'd thin this and bring it at the 7 ball. Just want to gently bump the 7.
That's what he's trying. He needs to get the legs.
Yeah, that's good enough.
That'll work. Albie's going to have a better chance at the kick now with this angle.
Yeah. I would always try to kick this 2 rails. There's times when you want to kick 1 rail. I don't think this is one of them.
So, like, catch the back rail and cut across it. Well, this he's going to give. It might be a bank. It might be a bank. I don't know that the 2 makes it a big pocket, really, does it?
The only problem with banking this is the 3 ball and potentially the 5 ball, too.
Yeah.
If you just roll this cue ball, unless you hit it real soft, I think the 3 and 5 are in play.
Yeah, the cue ball wants to get in that area.
Now, he may hit this hard and try to get it out of there.
Dead on, but you were right.
Well, that's where the cue ball wants to go. Right. So as a player, you got to know, okay, this is where the cue ball wants to go. Am I going to put English on it to change it? Or am I going to hit it softer or easier?
Is he going to think he's hard done by doing that? You know, honestly.
Well, I mean,
the cue ball was always tracking that direction.
Yeah, and it's hard to it's that's. I know a lot of the Brits that say unlucky because they're polite. They don't really mean unlucky. That's the Americans saying I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really mean it. It was a bad shot. I mean, he didn't do what he needed to do with the cue ball. And honestly, I'm a little surprised with it. I mean, he's gotten way better at banking. I'm a little surprised he didn't see that was going to happen.
Well, Albie's got half a pocket here, right off the jaw for this 2 ball. He's going to have a go at it.
Well, he could back cut it too, although if he does, he's turning the cue ball loose.
No,
I mean, he could potentially play safe here too, although it's a tricky safety. You could shoot the 2 between the 3 and 5. He's going for it.
Yeah,
and what
perfect.
a shot. Hit it dead nuts in the center of the pocket, or the center of what he had. Well, I think he's got to shoot this 3 in the corner. That's a simple way to do it. I don't know why you would ever shoot this in the side unless you wanted to make things difficult.
Yeah,
And he
well,
looks like he's aiming at the side. See, I don't like, because this brings the 6 and the 9 into play, and I don't like this. I would shoot this in the corner every time. But he's going to try to soft roll it.
It's not perfect now. He's in trouble.
Well, I mean, he recognized that the 6 and 9 were in play, but he didn't recognize it good enough to go to the corner. That's a smart play there.
He had to duck there. That was tough, been over that ball.
Yeah.
Now, Cobra's got to give this a bang, I think.
If you're Albie, you got to figure you're a good enough shot maker to shoot the 3 in the corner. It was almost automatic shape. I mean, the side pocket was in play for the scratch. You had to, you know, be a little careful.
He's just, I think he's got room to get to it from the just the one rail.
He's looking at 2 railing, and I like the 2 railer. But I think he's going to go short the way he's doing it.
Yeah. And he's going to scratch. He catches
and I'm
the back
sitting
of the
behind
five.
him watching what he's doing. He didn't scratch, but
well, he's come out not too bad, I think.
He still sold out.
Is he going to jack up and bump this in?
I don't think he needs to. I think he can shoot this and just come down and shoot the 6. It's a little funny when you're like this, but I think he can come straight down. What you got to be careful of is hooking yourself on the 7. You either need to bump the 7 or get it outside that.
Well,
you missed the ball.
Yeah. Well, it was a
right shot, but he didn't make the ball, and that's the thing about that shot is that it's, especially putting English on it like that, it's an uncomfortable shot.
Down here like this with the cue ball.
Across the rail, the tendency is to hit like that across the whole end rail, the tendency is to hit it thick.
Needs to get there, Cobra. You've got to hit it. I mean, you could overhit that by 3 feet to get here and you still had a shot. I mean, that's really bad.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it still cuts.
He'll cut this. Now the question is he going to get a piece of the 9 or not? He might get a little. I think
he's going to dead weight this and use the 9 for the 7. If you know what I mean.
If he dead weights it, he may not get the 9. I mean, this is close. I think he'll get a little piece of it.
You're right, I know. And he's going to be good in the 7. Well, this will be a sigh of relief this time. Desperate rack to win. Now he needs something to happen.
Yeah, Bill, anything's possible on winner's break. I've seen some crazy stuff. I've come back from 8-0 in a race to 9 on winner's break.
Well, if you just, if you hit that spot and you get things rolling, anything can happen.
Yeah, well, I didn't break and run out 9.
No, but you
the guy got to the table twice and he was hook kicking at ball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As long as you're controlling the table, then you don't have to be running them out all the time.
Well, that's why it's important to kick well, though, because when you get a chance at the table, even if it's a kick, you need to make the most out of it.
Well, the prospects are a little bit brighter here for Cobra, apart from the 4-ball. The 4-ball, let's have a look at that.
Yeah, now, I mean, this is all how you get on the 3.
You're definitely not playing that to cheat the pocket. I don't think it's too tight.
He's in a perfect spot to leave angle on the 3 and come back. What you got to decide is what's he going that way
He's overcooked that. I don't know that's where he wants to play.
He did that on purpose.
You think he's trying to come into the gap?
He may be trying to go into the gap. I mean, because if he wanted to break it out, leaving the angle the other way was easier.
Well, this is touchy.
I think he's got to be playing for the gap, or he playing for the bank's tough because the 6-ball is going to make it hard to get shape. So I think you got to play to get on it. Where is he going?
Oh, that's
wow!
I don't know what the hell he's tried there. I mean, And I'll tell you something,
Maybe he thought he could shoot a combo or something. That was crazy shot.
He must have convinced himself he could get that 4 cheated behind the 6. And he's come out lucky. He's in a roll of the ball this time, though.
You think he was gonna play safe? Maybe that was it.
I mean, I think he must have convinced himself. Well, look at where the cue ball's headed.
Yeah,
I think he was thinking of cheating the pocket,
I think
maybe
he was
ducking.
I think he was going to play safe, hit the 4 behind the 6, which that's not a terrible play. I mean, obviously not making the 3 ball is not good. He put a lot of English on that, way more than he needed.
Well, he's got away with one.
Albin's going to kick 3 rails here. Now, here's the problem with the shot. If you hit it soft, there's a chance you won't get to a rail. But that's, if you want to hook the guy, you need to hit the soft and make sure you hit the 3 ball on the left side as the ball's coming into it. So this is 3 rails, hit the left side of the 3 and put the cue ball right under the 4. You don't want to hit this hard. This is, now Efren, if it was Efren, he would hook you on this every time. See, he hit it hard.
Yeah.
But if it was Efren, he would soft hit that, hit the 3, and the cue ball would run right up on the 4, and you'd be screwed. Yeah. And I think Albin just didn't have the confidence and he could get the line to do that. The tough thing about that shot is if you hit the 3 ball full, then you don't get the 3 ball to a rail and you foul.
Well, this is touchy as well here, just to nip back. Only maybe having to get up and down the table for the 6 ball.
So that was race to what, Bill? Race to 15?
Oh, it's going to be up and down. Oh dear! I mean,
what the heck was that?
He's blown a gasket there with that.
He's definitely goofy. He's definitely gone goofy. He's just gone completely goofy. That's
because it was always a case of I think he got himself in 2 minds there with that 4 ball and how he was going to play the 5.
After that shot, I got to wonder if he's got the gin out.
Well, I think if he hasn't,
he might have already gone. Is there any women on the stream? He might have already gone tits up and got the gin out.
I think if he wasn't on the gin, now's the time to get on it. After that shot,
that's brutal, Bill. That's brutal. Did you have a chance to win? I think I saw that match. I think you had a chance to win, didn't you?
Was that not something untoward that happened at the end of that match, Bill?
Yeah,
that's ringing a bell.
I think it was funny ending.
Yeah, it's ringing a bell. Bill will give us the gory details. I'm sure he'll remember.
Yeah, those things stick with you.
Well, that really is a big blow to Cobra's chances there, because it was all self-inflicted, which is even more annoying. But Albinario
is that a dry
has
one?
come up
that
right.
Was like a dry one. Wow.
Look at the 2 ball. Now the 3 ball's in the way here, is it, to get there, is it?
Well, let's see what he can do.
Right.
Yeah, he can get there. He can get by the 3. This is where instead of hitting it hard, you spin it a lot.
See if he can get this to work. And the only worry I had was the 8 and 9, and he's bumped to 9.
Yeah.
And he's okay, he's got a nice angle, but look at where the 3 is. The 3's dead in the water here.
You can try to run into it here, although you're really going to have to juice this up to do it. You can try to get above the 6. That's certainly doable. 3's off the rail. I think that's what I'd play. Just want to run it like in between the diamonds on the end rail. And
he's playing for the bump. That's very well done.
Yeah, he really
very well done.
Excellent shot. Excellent shot there.
Well, he's got to deliver now. I mean, this is going up left side of the 4.
Well, he's done all the hard work now.
Doesn't want to go too far. Doesn't want to go too far.
I think he's still okay. The frustrating thing, the most frustrating thing for me in pool is when you do all the hard work and then you dog it on something easy.
Because
if you're dogged it right off the bat and left all the hard work, then your opponent may not run out. But when you do the hard work and then dog it and give it to him, that's
who hasn't done that, Steve? I mean, come on, everybody's done that.
Yeah.
This is good.
I've done it way more than I would have liked.
We've all got that experience. In fact, you've got matches that take a horrible pattern like that, where you might have, you might have a sequence of racks where you're doing all the hard work, you still can't get out, and you're just gifting racks doing it that way.
I'll tell you a story. So at one point in my illustrious pool playing career, I used to dog it a lot, and I got in this money match, and there was this Chinese guy in there, and had bet on me in another match and lost when I dogged it. And he gets up and screams in the pool room. He was talking to somebody about betting and this and that. He gets up and screams and goes, "That guy's just a big dog." Talking about me. It was great. It was pretty funny.
Oh dear. Well, Cobra's he's still way short of double figures, by the way. He's only going to get to 7. I'm trying to look for ways for Cobra to get encouragement. As long as he gets out, that's good.
He's just got to break and run out more. I mean, this match is far from over. What he needs to do is put a 6-pack on. That's what he really needs.
There's the stub killer in the building, folks. There's Jose. Well, I'll tell you something, Jose. You tortured us with that match last night. I'm glad he doesn't understand Scottish.
Well, that was a popular win, Jose. I can't believe neither one of these guys wants to go to the bathroom.
That's what I'm surprised about. I mean, it'd be a handy time
to go to the bathroom.
It'd be a handy time to do it. We've got 20. We had 28 there for a second on YouTube. Well, now let's have a quick look at this 9. The 9 I think banks dead up table, by the way. If you were really nuts, I think the 9 banks dead up the table past the 3 once the 3's out the way. Now I'm crazy enough to play a shot like that. Now then again, when you look behind it, I think you might have to tweak the line of that 9 ball slightly, or it might go up and down into the corner. In fact, if I had a shot like this, I'd be deliberately leaving that like that just so I could play it and then lose the rack because of it. I'd sucker myself into doing it. Now, he's not going to do anything crazy and try and... no, he isn't. Doesn't want to be too straight. Well, I think he's got to go. He's got to bump this and go forward with a bit of right spin, isn't he? He's not going to come back, is he? He is coming back. Yeah, well, I don't know that was the best idea.
What happened? Albin's at the table.
Well, I was thinking he would go forward with a 3 ball, but he came back the way and he's got the bump in the 5, and he's got enough of this 4 to actually pot it, believe it or not. There you go. There's the mini crisis over for Albinario.
So did Cobra break dry?
I can't remember. He must have. Did he? I didn't even notice that. I was too busy saying hello to Jose.
Yeah, Albin doesn't like this
shot.
It
was dry.
Honestly,
it was dry.
This is a shot that you should be good at as a player. That cut to the left. Because this shot comes up a lot. If you're not good at it, you should practice. He's looking like he wants to do everything but cut it into the left corner. And I think that's what he needs to do. I mean, yeah, he's cutting it into the side. And, that's just, that left corner shot that's the shot to shoot. He tried to cut it to the side, and he's going to pay.
Cobra ain't caring. He's just glad to be back at the table. Still hoping to get something to happen in his break. We're waiting in it. This is like deja vu, isn't it? It was the Albinario match where Albinario suddenly started kicking in earlier in the tournament, wasn't it? We were waiting and Albi getting fired up, and eventually it started working.
That was a critical mistake by Alvin, because Cobra is starting to see signs of life, and Alvin should have been out that rack, and instead he tries to cinch a ball and ends up missing it, and here we go again. I mean, Cobra gets to the table and finishes this off and breaks a couple and runs a couple more, and all of a sudden it's 16-10.
Well, he's got to go the 2 rails just to get back across in a decent line for the 9.
Yeah, he's coming
Got to
back
check
here.
that 8. It's tight. He's got to check
I like
that 8.
going forward, but he's
This
coming
is good.
back.
This is perfect.
Yeah, he's good. So 17-8 or 16-8, Cobra breaking.
Ole for kick Stubbs' ass, says Jose.
Well, like I said, that was a popular win.
Let's just say it was a kicking in the first 2 racks, but then it got dodgy, Jose. Don't watch the video.
Well, he's got a ball in. He's going to have to shoot a combo here. It's not a terribly difficult combo. I would think he would make this.
Well, the 6 isn't stuck to the rail, so I mean he's got a bit of margin of error here.
Yeah, he doesn't have to hit this hard. The 1's going to sit there by the pocket. I mean, this should be good, except for the fact that it is a combo.
Oh, but he bumped it to the rail.
You know, he hit it thick. Combos are just. I tell you what, I can miss any combo. So I think combos are hard. I didn't expect him to miss that one, but he did.
And of course, all
and
of
that
just
kills his momentum because he's out.
That's exactly it.
He gives Albin an easy rack.
That's why it is so frustrating. He's looking for something to get himself kicked into life here, and that's just killed it there.
Yeah.
And all the time this is happening, he's running out of time eventually.
Yeah, the thing about these matches between good players in a match like this, somebody has to take it. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be given to you. You got to take it. When you play players less than you, you might get given things, but in this kind of match, you got to take it.
Well, this is a shot. Get good in the 5.
Yeah, he's going to draw back all the way. He's not going to the other long rail.
Oh, he hasn't hit it.
To go to the other
he hasn't hit
rail.
it. He
That's
hasn't
a terrible shot.
Oh, dear.
See, I would have tried to draw that between the 5 and 7, put a lot of draw on it, just so that I couldn't do exactly this. Because this is a terrible mistake. I would have never looked at going to the other long rail. I would have put a lot of draw on that, tried to come back between them, come off the end rail.
Is he going to try and massey this? Is he going to try and... Why is he not kicking it in? Why is he not kicking it from the long rail? I think his odds are far better on the long rail than it is trying a massey.
He's jumping it. He's jumping it. Well, he's not masseying.
He's hot to trot with the jump shot, so he's going to give it a go.
This is no gimme. I just can't believe that. I just can't. That shot he just shot. That is from trying to play too perfect, being thinking like, what a shot.
Oh well, there you go. Problem solved.
It's from thinking like it's from thinking like if the 7 ball wasn't there, how I'd play it, and playing it the same way. But the 7 ball is there. Don't play it like that. Just because you're capable of hitting that shot and being successful doesn't mean it's the right shot.
Now, he's going to jack up and get a hold of this.
I think he's going forward. I think he's going around the corner. Nope, he's going to shoot it up table.
Stay up above it. This is sort of in between, isn't it? He's going to play this up table. I don't believe he's playing this into the side, is he?
I'd play it up table, but I think he's going.
It looks like he's going in the side.
He's going on the side.
Yeah.
You can make it. 17-8.
Oh, that's a Swedish word, zinching. I think he meant cinching. Wink at me.
Yeah, I think he meant cinching. And, yeah, I'm not a big fan of cinching balls.
Oh, ball in the corner, ball in the side, 4 and 5 have gone. No
Let's
shot
see
in the
what he
one.
pushes out to. If he wants to push out to a jump shot, he can push over there behind the 7 and 2. Oh, I don't like what he's looking at. I would not push it down to the end of the table by the 1. I would push to an edge or a kick. Yep, there we go.
Well,
So,
now Cobra, I think I'll put him back in here.
yeah, that's not a terrible push though, because there's things you can do here. You can shoot this 1 ball.
I don't know that he's going to be that crazy. Or, I mean, he could be just fire everything at the going by the scoreboard.
I think if he twists this a little, I think he's got enough so he can go forward off the end rail. You have to kind of curve it a little left. Try to use the 6.
I don't know what he's looking at.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Twist it a little bit and try to hit the 1 almost full on. Try to use the 6 and bring the 1 ball down towards the 2-7.
I don't think he can see enough of that to bank it. It needs to miss the knuckle. Or it needs to hit the knuckle and end up like that.
That worked out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shot.
Now, the 2, there's not a problem with the 2 and 7. I mean, that's fine.
Well, this kind of kick, you know, he didn't hit it terrible, but that's not what you wanted. You didn't want to hit the 3.
Well, Albie, I think, has got to make sure he gets round behind this.
Yeah, you can go around behind there. You can stun draw it. I think he'll go forward. It's easier.
Yeah, he's going behind it.
You just got to roll this. No speed, it goes right behind it. A little bit of English, just like that.
Yeah.
Beauty. So, well, it's looking like 18-8. I certainly did not think that there was going to be this big a disparity in this match. But, yeah, Cobra really.
He's never really got open. He's not got open running at all. Not get into any rhythm.
He's made a lot of mistakes.
I mean, Rack's high. I mean, he's not gonna trouble the stats. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, well, it's tough to win when the other guy breaks a lot better than you and makes less mistakes than you. That's a bad combination.
Well, I mean, we'll see what Albie's stats are for this match, but I'm pretty certain he's up to his balls in the break stat. That's been top of the form all the way through the tourney. And it was that was the one thing that we were so critical of him in the 10-ball tournament. Albie couldn't find a break in the 10-ball tournament for most of it.
Yeah, well, it's not 10-ball. Albie figured it out.
So 18 racks to 8, 10 racks of difference. And we're waiting on a miracle comeback.
Yeah, well, if you can't let Albin get too much closer, or the miracle becomes truly a miracle.
It's dry.
So he's got a nice looking rack here, and I think everything is in a good spot. We'll see what he can do.
Now he's just going to have to drag this 1 ball into the side just to try to draw pace off the cue ball, is he not?
Yeah, well, he needs to pull it back a little. Yeah. He's going to drag it and go to the end rail, and hopefully he gets a reasonable angle on the 2. I mean, what are the 2 and 4 sitting? He's okay.
Watch the little bump. I think that, well, he's not done any major damage there. The 5 is still well in play.
Now he just needs to decide what he wants to do here, whether he's going to go forward or cut the 3 and swing the ball around the table.
Yeah, he's going to go forward and just come right up past the side pockets here so that he can drop
the
3 in and be on the
4. Is the 7 is in play if you go forward. If you kind of stun it with a little bit of left English and kind of force it forward, then you can get out past the 7 and get straight in on the 3.
Well, I don't think the 7 will matter at all if he's going where I'm thinking he's going. I mean, he should be well up the table.
Yeah.
Well, but you're right.
Shot the shot I thought
you're right. And he's
He
just
didn't hit
got.
it.
He's just got there.
Yeah, he's okay.
Just got there.
He shot the shot I thought he'd shoot. He just didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, I would have hit it a bit harder than that.
So the good news is that he's in a perfect spot to just stop it, and he's got a nice angle on the 4 to the 5.
Right. So is he going to mess with this 7 ball? Is he coming between the 7 and 8? Is that the line he's trying to get to? Coming back the way, or is he going to go up into the table? That's my question.
Oh, he's going to leave a cut on this.
Yeah, he's coming inside. And that'll do it. That'll work.
Yeah, that's
all
perfect.
Good. You know, whenever you're rolling towards a ball that's in play, you always, you get it slightly wrong, you're hooked behind the 7. Daft things happen.
Right, you got to make sure
Yeah.
you don't hit on the far side of it. That's, even if you hit it pretty full, as long as it's not crawling, you're okay.
Get the legs going.
No,
Get the legs going.
Oh, you got to
You
be
are
kidding
joking me. He's going to get it in, no problem. He's fine. But I'll tell you something. He's dicing with death. He's shooting himself in the foot every time here, or at least trying to. I think he's fine.
That was like crazy. Yeah, he's okay, but wow.
He's walking a very fine wire, shall we say. And he's still not at double figures yet. Is he trying to do too much here?
No,
well, watch the cue ball. He's okay as long as it keeps going. This is still a bit ugly. It's still a bit ugly.
He needs to go to the other side of the 8. Just a little stun over and go to the back side. Yep, there he goes. I was able to just use English and move it over.
Right, so just let the cue ball do its thing here. You don't have to think about anything. Just let the pot go. Let the cue ball go.
All right. Well, he's got half the number of games as Albin's got now.
Well, I'm just wondering whether Cobra's actually paid much attention to Albie's break, because we know what Albie's been doing all match and all through the tournament. See, Cobra's going to a different line altogether.
Do it for Wales.
He's still playing a cut.
He doesn't have a Welsh flag, Coldest B.
Yeah, what's making Coldest Pillow think that Cobra's from Wales? I think he's in a slight malfunction there, Coldest Pillow. He's certainly not Welsh.
Oh, he's part Welsh. Okay.
Oh, is he? Well, all of them. Just because he grows 1 or 2 leeks doesn't mean to say he's Welsh. Right, so Cobra's broke. He's had a ball in the break, the 4 ball, and he's got no shot. Now, what's he? He's not called push. Yes, he has called push out.
Yeah, let's see what he pushes to.
Where do you push here? Do you just push to an edge? Well, he's left the
bank.
He's left the bank. Well, it's not. In fact, he might have.
He's left a little too much is the problem, because you can get enough on the right of this to spin the cue ball over behind the 3-2-7. Now I'll be shooting a bank. He's going for. Yeah, this is too easy. Too many options and too easy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, was not a good push. He could have played safe. He could have shot the bank.
He's going to be in trouble here, you would imagine, unless he's going to try and thin cut the 2 and bump the 7.
I probably would have just played safe, because I wouldn't have wanted to shoot this. He might be shooting a combo, which I don't like, because not only is it missable, but the 2 ball, you could hook yourself. Now he's thinking better of it. He could back cut the 2. He's going to hit the 7 pretty full. He may just back cut this 2.
Well, yeah, it looks as if he's taking the cut in the 2 and giving it a bit of a blast. Yep, he is. He's going all out for it. And, well, it's a lifeline for Cobra.
I just don't think that whole sequence was good. I thought he should have played safe on the one.
Mm-hmm.
He had a pretty easy safe, and
Well,
he put himself in a spot where then he had to shoot
you
a
know,
tough shot.
there's a perfect example there of where Albinario's just being, you know, he's being aggressive when with the scoreboard as it is. He doesn't need to be. He can keep it safe and tight. He's just given Cobra a gilt edge, hand it in a plate opportunity to get out. And he needs to address that immediately before he gets into that sort of habit, and then suddenly Cobra's in the game. This is where Albie's beginning to let his mind drift a wee bit. Okay, if he gets that 2-ball, bumps the 7 and finishes in the 3, he's a hero and he looks great, but no, you've got to wind it in. You don't get negative because you've got a big lead, but you don't start pushing the boat out when you don't need to. So, one thing that's going to look better for Cobra is the double figure score. You know who we haven't had in tonight? Sergeant Numpty with his witticisms. He's not shown up. Oh dear. Well,
oh boy.
Sayonara.
The inside English got him there.
Yeah. I mean, he was obviously trying to avoid the bump. And, you know, he wasn't really, he didn't play that with much sort of conviction, really, did he? It was one of these sort of touchy, slow shots, and
well, you're going to miss a few balls in a match. It's just usually you're going to miss some balls, but it just seems amplified because of the situation.
Yeah, it's amplified more because he doesn't get to punish Albinario. Albinario gets off the hook, and that's the unforced error from Cobra that's done it again. So this is a bad night, shall we say, and it's getting badder, if that's correct terminology.
Yeah.
It's not getting any better for Cobra, I'm afraid.
And if you're Albin, you just need to tighten up a little. He should have played safe off that one ball instead of shooting it.
Yeah, just keep it tight and keep your opponent cold. That's the rules of the game at this stage. And just mark. All you're doing is marking time till you get over the line. You know, you don't take any undue risks. He's got balls into the side pocket again. He's got nicely on the one. He's going to have a problem to deal with, which he can probably. Well, would you risk doing that off the 2? Well,
he could run into the 5-8 right now if he wants to.
And hopefully have the 2 into the side.
Thing to do.
Is he going to be that crazy?
The 5-8 combo goes, but it's a pretty radical cut on it.
Let's see whether he's going to ramp it up here and have a go at it. If
you're going to go at the 5 ball, you need to understand the line. He's not going to do it. And this is really not the time to do it either.
That's what I was going to say, because the 3's not sitting in great shape, and the cue ball's unlikely to be when you start bumping this 5 and 8.
If I was him, I'd either play shape off the 3 to play safe on the 5 or to shoot the combo. The combo will go.
Well, he's done the right thing.
He's going to play safe right away, and he bumps it and makes a combo so it won't go. That's not a bad play. I think he's going to come up with ball and hand off this, though.
I think the interesting thing there, Semi-Pro, is the actual opposite of what you're saying. If you look at Albinario, we're all assuming, and I'm certainly one of them. I don't believe for a second that Albinario is messing about offline in VP4 in preparation for these matches. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I think he's just going on, and he's either playing or he isn't. If you know what I mean.
It's hard to say if somebody's burnout or not. I mean, in real life, you know, most players play all the time. I mean, all the time. You're talking like 60 to 80 hours a week. I mean, I remember Efren would get down to a pool room at 11. He'd practice by himself for 2 hours. Then he'd go away, come back that evening, and gamble all evening. You know, and he's on the table like 10 hours every day.
That's
you know, I think it's kind of a personal thing of whether you feel burnout or not. If you feel burnout, then yeah, I mean, it's too much.
Well, I mean, Cobra has been getting, you know, he's been getting table time during the week. Maybe he needs to take the Albinario attitude then, and just, you know, play it as it is in the day rather than trying to put in the practice. Because if he looks at it from another angle, you say, well, okay, that didn't work for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh
Oh
dear.
boy.
Everything's
And he
going
breaks
wrong
the
here.
5 out too and sets up the combo. Let's see, does it go by the 6? It will. It's tight. So, I don't know. I mean, the thing is when you get into like especially like one of these finals, which is big race and stuff, and you play bad, you're always going to try to figure out, why did I play bad? Was I drinking too much last night? Am I burnout? Did I have a fight with the wife? Was Hugh intimidating me? I mean, who knows? That
Well,
kind of, where's Todd when we need him for the psychoanalysis?
well,
That
there's
was
a
a
little
smart play
combo.
there. Did you
Yeah,
see the play he made there? That
yeah.
was a very smart play, clearing up the
Well,
5-8.
now
That was very
the
smart.
combo's stone dead.
I'm surprised he's pulling back. Surprised he didn't go forward there. I'll be surprised if he doesn't go forward here either. Yeah, he's going to go forward. A little bit of English to hold it.
Well, this is just becoming a progression to the finishing line. We are 2 hours and 7 minutes into the match.
Well, you can screw this combo up. He needs to hit this pretty straight so the 5 doesn't go left. And he does.
Perfect.
Well, Cobra's beat Albie plenty of times. I don't think Albie's his curse. I think, one guy was, you can say one guy was ready to play, one guy wasn't, but maybe Cobra was ready to play. Maybe just, who knows why you play bad. George Archer, who was a golfer back in the 50s and 60s on the PGA Tour, he famously said, when you're playing bad, you don't know why. And when you're playing good, you don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly believe that applies to pool too. It's like, why am I having a stinker match?
Watch the cue ball. Well, there's a mistake and another little gip.
Well, but that kind of break, that cut break, you're going to scratch once in a while. I mean, it's going to happen. You can't avoid it. And I think that's the first time
It's the first time he's done it for a long while. Yep.
So Cobra needs 16, Alba needs 5. I mean, Cobra's going to have to start breaking and running racks like crazy. Now, that said, the switch can turn on any time. Obviously, his Cobra switch has been in the off position, or if you want to call it, the gear has been R or first gear or whatever it is. But that can change. I mean, Cobra could start playing great right now. I mean, as a player, you got to believe that. You got to believe if it's not going good, you got to believe, man, it's right there. It's right there. It's coming. You've got to believe that you can make it work. And I think Cobra's that kind of player. I don't think he's got a lot of give up in him. Although some comments he has said in the chat weren't real positive, but I still believe he could get it going and turn this into a match. I think the win, he's going to need some help from Albin unless he breaks awfully well.
So a quick look. Everything's good. So it's going to be the 7-8 combo.
Yeah, I agree.
Dear.
I think it is less creative, but I think one of the reasons why it's less creative is because of the cloth they're using nowadays. You had to be a lot more creative with the thicker, nappier cloth than you do with this really slick stuff.
Got to get this cue ball there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, because he didn't want to bump that 8 ball there. That 6 ball went in and he bumped the 8 ball. That could end up a disaster.
Yeah. I don't know about soccer, but I know for pool and snooker, the cloth has changed the cloth change has changed things so much.
I mean, I've watched snooker for more than 40 years, and the big major difference is that the snooker cloths are much finer now. They have a lot less nap on them. They're shaved down a lot more, and the balls break open from the pack a lot easier now than what they used to do.
Oh yeah, they break open more. Yeah. I'll tell you something else. You don't need as big a stroke.
No.
Because it's easier to move the cloth. And with this real fine cloth, with just using English, you can move the cue ball sideways a lot. So like getting real straight on the ball isn't as much of a problem as it used to be. You can do a lot more things with the cue ball that thick cloth wasn't going to let you.
Right, well, I think the bad news there is Cobra come up dry, and Albinario's now
Yeah, here
in
we
for the
go
run out
again.
again.
It's not a
Oh dear.
gimme. I mean, obviously he's got to get good on the 6, but I don't see any reason why he
Well,
wouldn't.
I
I mean,
mean,
this is a shot here. If he gets on this 5 right, he'll get on the 6 right.
yeah.
And
Well,
this shot is a little speed dependent here.
well, that 6
Well, this is
ball.
not good.
Yeah, that 6 ball is, that is not
That
particularly
is,
easy to get good on. He's certainly not going to get good on it
yeah.
from here, but he's going to put
So
Cobra in trouble.
I'd be playing safe. Roll
Yeah,
this down to then and use the
yeah.
697.
Oh
I'd play
yeah.
safe here every time.
He's got to be playing that.
You just got to make sure you get the cue ball to move over enough.
He's bumping 8 as well, but that's bringing. He's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah, that was the 4 to the 5 was the shot because if he got on that 5, I'm sure he was on the 6.
Right, Steve. More important matters here. When are you gonna do a copy of the Virtual World Snooker previous tournament and get it
Is it time
set?
for that already?
Oh yeah, yeah. That needs to be set for sign-ups. Oh, that's a shot by Cobra. He needed
And
that.
he's
Look
going
at
to
the
be
cue
on the
ball.
6
Look at the
too. He's
cue ball.
perfect.
Look at
this.
that. He's got there.
Well, he can just roll through on this. Now, you don't want to end up on the rail. He may draw this just because even if he just rolls through, it's not that easy a shot on the 7 to make it and get up table. I think he may jack up and draw this back. I would in this situation. Even in real life,
You
I
don't
might.
think he's going to run forward and get around the angles just to get out
Well,
into the table?
in real life, I take it back. I'd run forward because, yeah, but players don't like that shot in VP.
How's the 6? How's the cue ball coming off the 6 and hit? Is it taking any of this 9?
Yeah, he's
I
digging
don't.
in.
Yeah, I don't. It's a bit worrying where the 9's sitting.
Oh, okay. He
Well,
was able to get pretty straight
that'll
on it.
do.
That's a good shot. Yeah. He got himself pretty straight. That was a nice play.
Now let's have a look at from his angle. How does that look? Well, this is just a little
Yeah.
little
You're gonna
jab.
run into the 9 probably. I mean,
Well, I'd jab this and make sure I'm jabbing well back from the 9. There's enough in it to get away from it. I don't want to be messing
well,
with it.
if you can miss the 9, you just don't want to be hitting the 9 slow. You want to
No,
have enough speed that it's gonna move the 9. I think it's gonna. It depends on how you hit it. Yeah, he hits it easy. Yeah, he goes right by it. Good shot.
well, I think
That's a shot in real life. It's real easy to dog it and bump the 9 there. Just kind of decel into it.
Brake's got to kick in. He's got to run a 3 or 4 pack at some time. You've
You
got
would
to
think so.
think that's going to happen, and you can't go all
You would
night and
think
not
so.
get anything.
I don't know, Vertical Liquid. That's a good question. It may be just that we might have had some problem and the redback may be putting them back or something. I mean, he'll always put them back. If he doesn't notice them, you can say something that'll put them back, but I don't know.
Well, there's been the odd occasion where the guys have said we went like 3 hours and there's no tournaments. I've heard them say that in the lobby.
Well, I've heard it before too, and that's what redback's for. He's supposed to be fixing that if it happens.
Right, so Cobra's broke, 8 balls gone, and I'm not sure whether he can pot this one. Let's have a look. I think he can. Can he? You think he can cheat the pocket with this 1 ball, or does he get plenty there to work with? Yes, he does.
I think we're going to put Miasma on as a TD too, so that he can create tournaments if needed.
Right, so the 2 ball into the side, but he's got too much angle in this. This cue ball's not heading in a nice direction. In fact, you think, is he going to jack up and stun this in so that he can go to the short rail and bump up the table? I don't like this. It looks like it. Big shot this, because he's got to hold it and get the line, and he's got the pace and he's perfect. So all going according to plan so far, and now he's got to play a nice one to get on the 4.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. There is a big gap. I'll have to take a look at it. I don't know why we're getting that happening. Maybe because
Now Larry's
Tournament
saying
may
he's
have got
noticed
deleted
something.
or something.
He's noticed something since New Year it started happening.
I'll have to talk to Redback, see if he's been deleting tournaments.
Now just a little nip back behind that 7, or is he going out into the table? Well, this...
I think if you delete it before it completes. Aren't you listening to the stream, Coldest P?
Can we have sign up for snooker? Yeah, I've already prodded Steve on that one. Yeah, pay attention, Coldest Pillow. This is just, you're setting a bad example for somebody who's in the stream but not actually bloody listening to what's going on. Pay attention. He went to get a club biscuit. Well, he's forgiven for that, Steve, because you've got to, if you can get club biscuits, we don't sell them in Tesco anymore. I don't know why, but yeah, I haven't had a club biscuit for many a moon.
I had a feeling there may have been a tournament that went south and got deleted or didn't finish, and when that happens, I'm not sure it gets copied for the next week.
Well, Cobra's on 12. We're saying nothing for the time being.
We're not going to use the C word on this.
No. We're going to let it roll, and we'll take it from there.
Want to get a club biscuit? What's a club biscuit?
Jacob's Club Biscuit, a chocolate biscuit.
Chocolate biscuit? Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but they're like a, I suppose you could say they're shaped like a bar of gold. So they're chocolate coated. They are digestive biscuit. Mint.
Here's the problem. Cobra has to push out now, and he's been losing these. This is why you got to be able to push out and play safe, because you're going to get this after the break a lot of times.
Right, well, where's he pushing then? I haven't seen him calling push yet. I haven't seen that.
No, but I think he needs to call push. I don't see anything good you can do from here, so I think he needs to push out.
Well, what do you do? Do you just push over and rest on top of the 9 ball? Are you leaving anything doing that? I don't see any harm in doing that. Just roll the cue ball to the 9. Just sit it next to the 9 ball.
I would probably push it that direction. Somewhere in that general area. I don't like this because it's too close to the 1 ball.
Is he going to try and billiard the 8 in and hope he gets lucky?
No, you hit the left side of the 1. The 1's going to go to the end rail, and you try to use the 4-7. You take it down table, or you could even try to use the 5. But if you hit on the left side of the 1, it's going to go towards the end rail. You could try to thin the 1 and not move it much and bring the cue ball closer to the 4-7 if you want. You could even try to make the 8 ball here, but I think that's a dumb play.
Well, he's looking at the edge of this 1, and I can't think he's heading any other direction.
He's trying to make the 8.
Oh, he's gone. And there you go. He's fallen into his own trap there, and it's a 1-9 combo.
He either tried to make the 8 or he tried to hook him on the 2. Either way, I don't think that was a wise way to play it. Too many bad things could have happened, and one of them did.
1-9 combo. This is painful for Cobra.
Yeah, that was not a good play. Obviously, I mean, Captain Obvious, but I just think it was a unwise decision. I mean, he could have been successful with that, but it was too risky. He had other things that were reasonable that were a lot easier.
Well, 4 ball into the side again. Something else into the right side. 2 balls blocked off by the 8. So now you might play the little billiard here and play the 1 into the side eventually.
This is a little tricky, though. You're going to have to hit this hard because you got to get the, you could
you're right enough. I'm looking at how far that is,
you need to hit the 8 ball. If you go behind it, you're screwed. He plays it off 8. That's a beautiful shot.
This
is very smart here.
He's going to have to
very smart.
He's going to have to get up and down, though. I think is he chipping in off the rail? No, he's chipping in off the rail. He can. Well, I don't like that either so much.
No, you go to the short rail. It's right there in front of you. He's just looking.
Well, the worry is that.
He is going that way. I don't get this. I don't get going that way.
Yeah, I think the worry he had is that if he had went from the the long rail across. I think he was worried that he was pushing it onto the jaw.
I
in the
think he
long rail.
just didn't have confidence he could get the
Yeah,
line on the
yeah.
rail, you know, because
But
it was a smaller target, but
you know, at the end of the day, he chose his way, and it worked.
yeah. Joel S is here. Alvin being Alvin, yeah. Alvin's been Alvin, and Cobra has not been Cobra.
Somebody explained to Jose in Spanish for me that in a big tournament, in any tournament, you do it.
Oh yeah.
Any
Let's
tournament.
put it this way, Jose. If you're playing for your life, are you shooting a combo?
Yeah. You're most certainly doing it. Well,
this isn't a challenge room. This is playing for keeps here.
Yeah, and this is a horror weekend. A horror weekend for Cobra. This is what this is.
You watch the pros on TV. Are you gonna not respect any pro that shoots a 1-9 combo? Because they're all gonna do it if they get a chance. Oh, well, that 7 ball was going.
It's
well, he's got a chance here.
It's a big pocket off the 5 ball. He's going to have to do that, I think. Is he going to try and be really?
He doesn't. He could shoot the 1-7 and shoot the 1, then the 2-5. It's kind of, you know.
Bit of a dilemma here. I think he's going to play for the big pocket and use the 5.
I like shooting the 1-7, and the reason why is that if you play off the 5, something bad could happen. Well, nothing bad happened.
It's all went good so far.
I guess that was commentator's eye. You're right. He played off the 5.
Yeah, but any tournament you're in, Jose, you have ball in hand with a 1-9 combo or whatever it is as a combo, you play it. You don't even bat an eyelid. So it's another little opportunity to try and get the break going whilst running out of time severely. Albinario's only 3 racks away from yet another Virtual World Championship title.
Yeah, well, chances are getting very slim.
Last
he's going to be
chance
able to come
saloon,
back
pretty
and win.
much.
Yeah, it's a slim chance at this point with Albin only needing 3.
Well, the only practice I'll get is probably on that day when I get home from work. I'll get in and have an hour or so's practice, then go to bed. I'm just going to wing it. That's all I'm going to do.
When this match gets over, everybody hang out because I got to show you guys this article I found about Scots.
I won't be looking at it.
I think you'll find it very interesting. You might find it very complimentary, Hugh.
I won't be watching it because I can't click links on the stream anyway.
No, I'm going to put it in the lobby.
Right. So 22-13.
Well, he's got it under 10. Unfortunately, he needed under 10 when it was 10 games ago.
2 hours and 24 minutes so far. I'm sure the big finals in the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship in VP3 went a lot quicker than this. It was races to 41, for God's sake. And they didn't take as long as this, mind you. VP3 was a lot easier than this. Right, well, Cobra's got the backup rack going here because he's had a ball in the break and he's sitting pretty right now and he's looking for ways to mess it up.
That's not very nice, Hugh.
Well, you see the amount of time he's studying the table. This is just get the job done. Does he want to go up the table for the 5 into the corner here, or does he want to be babying this 5 into the side? Bear in mind where the 6 ball is. I think I'd be playing safe and ducking up table and leaving a big long 5 ball. That
I
way.
mean, that's how I play golf. I think, well, how am I going to F this hole up? But that's why I'm no good. I mean,
Well,
I don't think that way
see,
in pool.
I think he's got himself in two minds here as to where he's playing the 5. See, he is getting up top. See, that to me is a sensible shot. Get up top, and then you can
Yeah.
bail out easily. I mean, this is simple. Just stun across, hold the cue ball, get above the 8 ball. You're on the 6. Not a problem. And sometimes as well, when you're in such a dire straits, simple things suddenly start looking complicated to you. This is just a killer.
Actually, this is when you go, oh, screw it, and everything should look easy.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. You just let loose. You think, well, I'm dead and buried pretty much. Let's just let it go and see how
he goes,
things
getting
go.
funny. Right off, that simple little shot, and he gets funny on it.
Yeah, well, he's just going to go straight down to the rail and back into the table.
Yeah, you just don't want to have to do that, and
No. You want to just be dropping onto this 8 ball. I mean, there's no way he shouldn't be getting there. He has to just make. It's more hard work than he needs to.
Yeah.
Well, there might be viewers watching this who are getting maybe links telling them that this is a live match and they're dropping in and then they're disappearing. But anybody that's watching, this is Virtual Pool 4 and you're watching the Virtual 9-Ball World Championship Final 2024. We've got two of the best players in the game playing and one of them's looking very good to win it. That's it in summary. We've got 30 viewers tonight.
Well, Pop Man, you probably haven't read my book, my world famous book, 1,000,001 Ways to F Up for Your Run Out.
Yeah, Steve wrote the glossary for that. He's got all the terminology in there.
And it's also it's a bestseller along with 101 Ways to Walk Your Dog. It's a famous Korean cookbook.
Stubbs getting his own chapter in the next edition, and it's all FBS and everything.
Yeah.
Stubb never lost.
Well, here we go. Another break and run out for Cobra. He's starting to put a run together. I mean, this could be an epic comeback.
I think you've just jinxed him there, Steve. Now, how's it going to go wrong? I'm looking for where it's going to go wrong. I can't see it happening here.
There's no going wrong. He's going to shoot this in the corner. And
so he's not going to be coming below the 6 ball off the 5. He's just going to be thinning it in and coming straight back out, is he?
He'll shoot this 4 in the corner. And then just, he's going to, he's shooting in the side. I don't know why guys like to shoot this shot in the side so much. I would much rather shoot this in the corner.
No, that tells you he's running above the 5, though. You see, now he's got himself stuck to the rail. You don't want to be there.
He's cinching balls. I mean, if you were going to hit the 4 in the side, you definitely would have wanted to hit that harder and come up closer to the 5.
You do not want to be here. That's where you don't. I mean, he's going to run the cue ball. He can't be jacking up here. I can't believe he's going to jack up. He's got to just run out and get in the open.
Somebody tell him when you're down like 4-1 on the games, now that's not a good time to be cinching balls. You should just be firing away.
I'm already ahead of you in that as well, Coldest Pill. I've been asking that for years off Steve.
Is anybody using carbon shafts in real life now in snooker?
Yeah, they are. I've seen somebody using one. But that's the only reason we've got a black carbon shaft in VP4, because I ranted about that as well.
I think it was Stubb. I think I did it for Stubb.
Yeah, well, if you rant long enough, eventually Steve gets round to doing it. It might be another 4 or 5 years, but he'll eventually get round to doing it. Don't hope it's going to happen next week. Let's put it that way.
Well, I mean, one of the problems with snooker cues is there's not changeable shafts. I'd have to do a carbon fiber snooker cue, period, because you can't change the shaft out on those.
Well, there we go. There's only 7 in it now, folks. We won't say any more.
I don't think any serious players are using 2-piece snooker cues, are they?
There's the pattern. There's the 3 balls. That's about what. Well, it is definitely the second time tonight, but they're actually split apart though. So everything goes, which is actually a bit of relief for Cobra.
He's gonna he's going to shoot this combo. I can't see him not shooting it. Last time I said that, he missed it.
Well, this is unmissable. This one. This is too good. He's right over the pocket.
Now, don't be cursing him now.
Even if you go to the rail first, Steve, you're still going to knock the 5 in. Let's be honest, he can't be that bad. He's going to mess it up.
Don't curse him. There's an in between there where it doesn't go in. If you hit it right in between the 5 and the rail, it doesn't go.
It's always good in off the jaw. Definitely.
I could miss this. I can already tell you I could miss this. If it's a combo, I can miss it.
And now Albinario's got a message for you as well. Did you see that in the chat? Well, he's played the billiard. I can't believe he's played that.
I can't either.
That's amazing. That is amazing. The
problem with the billiard is you could do that.
Oh, why did he bottle out a plane? I mean, that's where you're looking at the shot and you're thinking, you see, this is what I'm saying. He's looking for problems.
Well, that's why I say he's gone goofy.
He's looking for a problem that isn't there.
He's played enough to know that you shouldn't shoot that shot because you can scratch off.
You're going to always follow it in doing that. You've got to play the combo.
But if you hit it square,
put it this way: when you think, "Oh, this could go in," and you don't listen to the little voice, and then you go ahead and play it, and you do go in, then you look an umpty. Oh dear! And he had the table sitting there at his mercy as well.
Look at this. That's a little short.
Hang on a minute.
He's okay, but that was a little short. I'm sure he didn't want to be there.
Well,
you got to decide whether you're going above the 4 or not.
I can't believe he never. Maybe because he was playing over a ball there, wasn't he? He was playing over that 3 ball, wasn't he, to play that combo, and that's maybe what was bugging him.
Well, he hit it good, but he's on the wrong side of this 4 ball, so he's going to have to either play the 6 on the side or do something. He looks like he's going to come back down and play it in the corner. A little English top, and that's a good shot.
Well, he's just killed whatever momentum he had there, Cobra, with that one shot.
Oh, that's just unbelievable that he decided to play the carom. I hate combos, and even I wouldn't have shot that combo.
I couldn't see where if he got himself lined up. And again, this is where I go back to this. If you use the W key, if there's a doubt when you're over a ball, use the W key, jack up a bit more and line the shaft up to the cut angle in the ball, and then the pot's a lot easier. But I still don't believe. To me, that was a sucker shot every day of the week where you play the billiard onto it. You got it straight on and followed it in. Well, Albie's trying to find ways to make this a lot more difficult than it should be.
He came up a little short, but this is not a shot you should miss.
And it's right in the heart of the pocket. And the Cobra, the one everlasting memory in this Cobra's worst nightmare scenario that I painted prior to this could be the fact that his last shot was that shot that we've just seen. And he might not come to the table again. I might have just cussed that there because I think Albie's dry. and Cobra's got a shot. He's got a shot.
So, yeah, I mean, this rack's very doable. 2 to 3 is an important shot, and I think that's, as long as he gets reasonable on the 2, that's not hard.
Now, there it's coming back to haunt Cobra. There he's saying it in the chat. Hugh's mentioned the word nightmare several times, I bet.
Yeah, well,
I told him. Oh dear. It certainly has.
You did intimidate him into this. He's blaming on you.
I just painted the scenario when it got to the one loss side where Albie was. I thought, this is going to be Cobra's worst nightmare.
You did not want to be straight in on this.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be drawn back and hitting the 5 or the 6.
Yeah, he's just going to be drawn and open.
Well, he might try to go forward. He can go forward here. These pockets play loose enough that you can cut this to the right a little and go forward. I think he probably will.
Welcome to Matt.
And he does successfully go forward. And almost anywhere here is good.
Now,
even straight in's okay here.
this is just a little. I think he's going to play this up table. I don't believe he's going to come back and do anything crazy. I think he's just going to play it up table. He's just going to get himself straightish on it. Little angle to go at the rail and come out, I think. Or is he? Yep, he is. Well, I'm ready to go to the bathroom, but I ain't going. I'm assuming this isn't going to be too much longer. We're 2.5 hours into it now, or 2 hours 36 minutes. Now, can he nip off this 5 and avoid the 6?
Yeah.
Yes, he can.
Easily.
Yeah, he's fine.
And I think he'll try to get pretty straight on the 6.
Now, I don't like this.
You can go forward if you want. You got to watch out for the scratch, though.
Yeah, this is dicey. This is dicey. He knows what to do. It's just dicey what he has to do. That's the thing.
I like going forward, and he's going to go forward.
Has it got the legs?
Maybe he's thinking don't scratch.
Has it got the legs? He's left it way too short.
Now, that's probably because he's thinking about don't scratch.
Exactly. You know, he knew it was always in the back of his mind. Oh, well, now the question is he going to bump the 9? Is he going to glance off it? Is he going to get up the table so he's got a shot in the 8?
I'd run into the 9. I'd try to hit it full.
Yeah, well, he's got it. Where's the cue ball going? Well, it's a wee bit dicey. Can he play this clean and avoid the scratch and finish in the rail for the 9? I don't like that either. This is playing in my little voice in my head is telling me something here.
It's tight, but I think he can get to the rail. But it's tight.
Yeah.
I think he'll go forward. He'll get past the side pocket.
He's got to get the legs to get this to the hole, though. Yeah, he's fine. No worries.
Well, this to me looks like a little too late, but he is playing better here down the stretch. Big break. They're all big breaks now for Cobra. He's got a ball.
2 balls going in. 1 ball's not good.
Yeah, and this is where, it's not good for Cobra because now he's going to have to get in a moving game. Now, this is a pretty easy safety.
This is a little...
Thin the right side of the 1 ball and just put him on the 7.
Yeah.
Bump the 7 and he's,
This is just a feather edge.
Gentle and thin. Yeah.
Just a feather edge. That'll do it. Now he's got to miss the 6.
Yeah, and he's done it. So if you're Alvin, it's pretty critical that you hit this ball. Not an easy kick. I would kick behind the 9 with right English and hold it. So I'd probably kick at that diamond past the side pocket with right English. Try to hold it. Try to make the 9.
I'm assuming he does hit it, but if he doesn't hit it, it's still not a good
he's
table
not
for
putting English
Cobra
on it.
anyway.
He needs to put English on this, or he's going to go wide. Oh, he did get a little on it.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Look at this.
Hang on a minute. Oh. Well, this was always going to be the case. Even if Cobra had ball in hand and Albie didn't hit that, the 3 ball's still sitting ugly. And now he's got to dig out of this corner. How's he? I mean, is he going to try and come over the short side and at least bump the 3 out the way and play a safe? I think that's the best he's going to be able to do here, is it not?
Now Alvin's saying the wrong thing in the room chat.
Imagine my nightmares if you win it.
You can't let those thoughts enter your mind.
Yeah.
You can't think like that.
Now, okay, he's going for a run at it. Now, what do you do?
Wonderful.
I mean, you can't. I don't like banking this across and trying to run up the right side to the 4 ball. I don't like that.
I would stun this. I'd bank the 3 and stun over into the 7. You're taking a little chance here because the 3 is going to hit the 5 or the 8 or both, and you're taking a chance you're taking a chance you're going to make a ball on that shot. You could thin the right side and try to use the 5 and 8, thin the right side of the 3 and try to use the 5 and 8. That's a little bit safer as far as, you know, having something bad happen, like making a ball, and that's what he decides to
Yeah,
do.
that's pretty good.
That's a good decision. That's a good shot. The problem with this is this is makeable.
Well, you're going to have to
Or
play
you
a
can
sort
play
of,
safe. If you can spin behind the 3, you know,
you're going to
there's a
have to play
scratch
this
there, but
fairly
you can
soft,
spin
aren't
this
you? Yeah,
behind the
yeah.
3,
He's
and
played it
he's gonna
soft.
do it. Oh, he didn't get behind it. Oh, see if he gets behind that, he's got him on the 6, or he's scratching.
Right, well, now
Okay, well,
the prospects look a little bit better for Cobra. Now let's have a look at this 6.
I think
Well,
Alvin needed just a
6 is
little bit
fine.
of drag on that cue ball just to get it to curve just a little bit, and he could have got him.
Now
And
where's he
there
going
goes
with
the
the
PC
5?
fan again. It sounds like you got a garbage truck outside, you know, like
Yeah, that's it. That's the fan kicking in again. Right. So now,
well, you got to give Cobra some credit for hanging in there. He has started playing a
well,
lot better.
I think he wants to stop that and make sure he isn't right in front of the 8. Just let it run out. See, this is a blind pocket cut, and this could easily catch the 7. This I don't like this at all.
Yeah,
He's
you
got to
got to
try
be a
and
little careful
he's
here.
got to
And
try and play this and cheat the pocket. I think to stay well away from the 7.
the problem is you hit this easy and it throws into the titty.
Never a
He hit it
doubt.
nice.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, good shot.
Well, I would suggest that if the next 2 racks go Cobra's way, it gets a bit more interesting. You don't get overexcited at that point. It just gets a bit more interesting. It ramps up ever so slightly. Well, as long as Albinario is still 2 away, you know, everything's still on the table. Everything's still up for grabs.
Well, he's within 6. I don't think he's been within 6 for a long time.
Yeah, well, balls are flying, and he's found the Albinario break there because they were queuing up to get into the side pocket. Unfortunately, he's going to have to dig out one in the 1 ball.
Yeah, I mean,
now, do you
but
think?
the good news is all he has to do is make this. It's pretty hard not to come up with a shot.
Aye, but do you think he's learned his lesson from the sort of billiard onto the 3 ball and the earlier
he's not going to play the billiard.
that happened?
He's just going to cut the one left. I mean, he's not playing a billiard or a combo. This is pretty simple.
This has got to go,
and
though.
He's got a good path to take the cue ball 4 rails if he wants. I wouldn't dink this. I would just hit it and let the cue ball go 4 rails.
Of course, he could just cut the 1 very nicely and hook himself behind the 7.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't hit it easy.
He's overcut it, but
And he missed it.
overcut it the right way, I think. But it's going to be a bedhead cut. Hasn't gone tight enough.
Alvin's not going to miss this.
Yeah, that's annoyed him.
You just got to make sure that you don't scratch past the 9 ball here. He looks like he's going to hit this with a left English and go straight up and down.
Oh, goodness me, I thought that was hanging up.
Watch out. Watch out.
Well, he's okay, I think. I think
he's going to have to play it off the rail.
Yeah, he's going to have to bump it in, or he can do a little soft masse, a little tweak.
He's gonna curve it a little. It's a nice, gentle little curve.
Never a doubt with that shot, and perfect in the 5. Those are fairly easy to play as long as you play them at the right pace and allow that little spin to work. Just got to get that happy medium. Welcome
Well, you
to
know,
Travis.
Cobra had a phenomenal break. What
Oh
was
yeah,
left? What did he make? 4 or 5
yeah.
balls,
He had
and
about
then
at
he just
least 3-4 balls, and yeah,
couldn't
that's
get
it.
the one in.
That was
That's just
always a
brutal.
pressure shot. Yeah, that's a sucker one. I mean, that really hurts that rack. So now Albie's on the hill.
Yeah, and Cobra needs 8. That's rough to overcome. Break and run 8. Well, break and run 7 because he's going to have to win off of Alvin's
Well,
break.
dry, I think. Or did
No, that's
something
Alvin
go?
dry. Yeah, something went in.
What went there?
You make the
Oh,
4 ball,
the
yeah.
4 ball's gone. Never
So let's
even
see what he
seen where
decides
that
to
went.
do here. I mean, this is
Well, do you not just bank the one and run up the tape? No, I don't think that's very good.
yeah, this is a little tricky here. Let's see what he
Because
decides to do.
there's an awful lot of space up that table there, though, isn't there?
I would still shoot the one up table. Maybe take the cue ball back and forth. I'd shoot the 1 ball up table. Maybe even try to cut it in the hole and go back and forth and try to use the 2-6.
Yeah, I
Shoot
think
it
you
in the
might be
corner
right.
and go back and forth.
I think you might
I
be.
think you can get
No,
the
wait a
speed
minute. Wait a
right where
minute.
you
You know,
can try to put him on the 2. He's going to go the other
he's
way,
trying to use
and
the
he
ball,
hit
but
it
that's
good.
going to spin out, I think. Is it?
Nope.
No.
He hit it good. Nice play there.
Well, this could be Cobra's last shot right here. Because, well, I suppose the 2 ball's a wee bit of an awkward place it is, depending how this 1 ball finishes, but Cobra's got to get lucky.
I think he's going to shoot off the end rail with right English. You can go 2 rails on this, which is more typical, but he's going to go end rail first, and he missed the whole ball.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing about that,
3?
Bill. The best break he's had in the match, and then he finishes on top of the 1, you know, with a dodgy cut.
Yeah. Well, you would think that a player of Alvin's caliber is not going to have any trouble at all getting on this 2 ball with ball in hand.
Yeah,
and if anybody's wondering if you want to make sure you're going to get on it, yeah, shoot it down table and roll it forward. That's the way to do it.
That's as far as he wants to go. He doesn't want to go anywhere past the donut. Then it gets tricky.
This is the way to shoot it. It's hard to screw it up like this.
Well, see, he's now gone past his...
He can just roll forward a little. Because the 3 ball goes easy.
Yeah. So it's all over, folks, pretty much. After 2 hours and 48 minutes, or maybe 2 hours 50 minutes by the time he's finished, almost 3 hours.
That is just brutal. That is just so brutal for Cobra. I mean,
oh dear, look at this. Unbelievable.
That's brutal for Alvin.
Wow.
You missed that. Wow.
Wow.
Here's Alvin being generous again.
Is Cobra going to try? I mean, this is too tight in the pocket to get around the corner, Steve. I don't like this. He's got to go. He's got to get across table or up and down.
No, you can kick it this around the corner.
No.
No problem.
I'm never doing that. I don't like them. You go around the corner and you miss the hit completely doing that. I don't like this. Is the safest shot.
You just put a little English on it.
That's the safest shot. Definitely. Believe me, I've done that too many times. Yeah.
I'll have to agree with you there. That was a better shot. Definitely safer hitting it the way he did.
I said 25-17, but don't say who. This is Eddie. Wow, we didn't expect that in the 3 ball though, did we? We had this, you know, the stats were written up. It was all over.
Now, we got a oops out of Alvin.
Yeah, well, you never know what can happen in this game.
Yeah, you just don't want to ever do that.
You just don't know what's going to happen. If Cobra gets a second wind in his break again and he finds that Albinario break that he found that last rack, then he could be on the roll. But let's just put it this way, he is at death's door and he's on a life support machine at the moment. That's the condition that Cobra's in. He's beaten up here. He said the last right's read to him twice. So he's not got a lot going for him. He's just hanging in. But he's been given that lifeline again by Albinario. Well, he's got to hope that he can find that touch. So he's going that little bit wider again. And he's got, well, a ball left side, ball right side, ball top corner. And he's going to be hampered again. But he doesn't have to do anything to get on the 2. He just has to completely focus on the 1. As long as he doesn't hook himself behind the 6. It's all about the 1 ball. Well, I should also say it's all about the 2 to the 5 as well, but I think, you know, get this over the line first of all. Now,
yeah, he keeps breaking like that, he's got a chance.
Now, got to come behind the 6 ball. Messing with the side pocket here a wee bit. He might bail out here and just come short. He might come short here and just leave the long Albinario cut. I think that's what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to risk digging in here. I think that's why he's looking at where he wants to play this cut in the 5. I think he's learned his lesson. He's not going to get over brave here. He's just going to come past the 6 ball this side and play the longer cut. Or, wait a minute, he's digging in. Yeah, but is he? I think he's overhit it. Oh dear, that's a complete disaster. Why did he dig in?
Boy.
Why didn't he just let it roll out? Oh, I don't believe this.
Well, he's obviously read my book.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I mean, you don't dig in because you don't really need to. You just need to let it roll out and leave the longer cut.
Bill, you better fire up the paddles because I think the heartbeat just stopped.
Yeah, I think the defibrillators are out. Oh, hang on. Oh, but the cue ball's gone. Oh dear. Well, that is it, folks. It is definitely over now. That's the final nail in the coffin. The fat lady's into the second verse now, I'm afraid. Albinario's looking around for ways to mess it up, but I can't see that happening. Well, he could have played that better for a start. Now he's just got to again drag this in to take the pace off the cue ball and then play the higher cut in the 7. That's what this will end up being, I think, unless he's trying to just nurse it. He could end up. He doesn't want to end up too close to 7, so he's going to do it.
He may draw it back to the side rail.
No, he's trying to kill it, but he's going to finish it. That's a complete brain
is
fart.
he
I mean,
doing?
what the hell is this we're watching, guys? I mean,
he could have taken that and drawn it back to the long rail.
But you see,
he didn't have to shoot something touchy.
Yeah, but the problem, Steve, is he's got that playing in his mind. He's letting that affect him when he's on the, he's on the hill and he's playing a stupid shot. When he's, you just play the draggy shot and stun it in.
What is he doing?
Everybody knows you play the little draggy shot, you stun it in, and you let the cue ball run out to about here, and you play the cut. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is I don't want to win fool. I mean, what the heck?
That is probably the worst shot Albinario has played. I mean, we've seen him miss that cut I was talking about.
Oh man!
But that is the worst shot I've ever seen him play.
Don't play a touchy-feely shot. Just draw the thing back to the side rail. And
balls are going in again. It's going to be a dodgy cut in the 1 again, and he's going to have to mess with the side pocket here to come across for the 2. You got to just, don't hold back. Just play the shot, I think. But this is Dyson with death here, this shot. And he's going to have to come across to the side. Just let it run out.
It's natural to come back and go long. Yeah. You can put a teeny bit of English on it if you're worried about it, but it's pretty natural to come back and go just long of the side pocket. Yeah, he's putting a little English on it just to make sure, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
It's certainly not a gimme a cut, this 1 ball. He's got it clean. Now, he doesn't want to be nailed to the rail. Although, having said that, he doesn't need to worry because the 5 ball's very adjacent, so there's no problem here. But wow, I can't believe Albinario did that. You know that?
That's just chance 2 to win.
I can't. I mean, okay, I'm going to give Albinario the benefit of the doubt. It's 5 to 10 his time. He's an hour in front, but that's still no excuse. And now, suddenly, the scoreboard looks intimidating to Albinario. It sounds strange, but it's reverse psychology now in Albinario's mind. He's made a complete howler when the match was all over, the tournament was done.
Well, you know, that's the problem with those touchy-feely shots.
Yeah.
When you get a little nervous, sometimes the touchy-feely doesn't work. Well,
you know,
I mean,
this is the little voices in the head playing, and they're talking over one another, and Albinario just completely bottled out on the shot.
He should have just hit that hard and drawn it back to the long rail. You know, just don't mess around.
Well, I don't know how straight this is, but I think you've got to punch it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
So, we never thought Cobra was getting to 20, let's put it that way. He was going to be far from 20, but somehow or other, he is still in the tournament. He is still in the final. And again, you've got to watch what you type in the chat, because Albinario might have jinxed himself an hour or so back when he mentioned about his nightmare.
Well, you really shouldn't be typing stuff like that in the chat. You really shouldn't be thinking about like that. You shouldn't be thinking about winning and losing. You should focus on playing.
You've got all that psychological stuff happening. This is dry. Oh, look at the 9. Look at the 9.
Well, here's a free shot at winning right here.
Well,
I mean, this is a pretty easy bank.
Do you put a wee bit of left on this to help it down? Come down onto the 9? Or are you banking
I'd fire it. I'd fire it myself, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Are you trying to just play a 2-in-1 shot?
I mean, the thing is...
Yeah, well, cue ball's getting into the pocket. You see what happens? You never get forgiven. You never get forgiven.
I'm not sure why he didn't just bank that. It was a pretty easy shot. The wine ball sitting right in the pocket.
This is what happens in these games. Steve's seen it happen 100 times. Everybody's seen it happen in these games. When you start messing about, the balls never forgive you.
WTF.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is I don't know whose nightmare this is right now.
Well,
I think if Alvin wins and Cobra loses, it's both their nightmare.
I don't think that's it.
And if Alvin loses, he might slit his wrist.
Well, I'll tell you something. I doubt very much that this is scripted. I don't think you could write the script to this. You go and look at what's happened in the last few racks.
This is tricky here. This is where if you're not sure you can get a good shot on this 2-ball, you're not sure you're not going to hook yourself. This is where you play safe.
You think?
I'm not saying it's an easy safety, but if you're going to shoot this 1-ball, you better make sure you get a shot on the 2.
I think Cobra's gone beyond that stage, Steve. I think he's cutting this into the side, and he's coming right over to the side here for the cut and the 2. I think that's what he's doing. He's decided he's going for it, and he's overhit that like a sledgehammer. Look at this carry on.
Well,
unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not sure you can get,
why?
If you're not sure you can get a shot on the 2, don't shoot that shot.
I can't believe... Well, yes, he could get a shot in the 2. Why he hit it so hard is beyond me. I don't know why. He just had to cut it and get around and over this side.
I mean, it was tight. You had to get it down the long rail far enough where you had a cut on the 2.
Dear.
I mean, that was not a trivial shot to shoot at.
Well, he's had a slam.
He's going for the crap. And he's not going to get it.
Well, let's look at where the 6 ball is. Right, so the 6 to the 8 ball is the shot. That's the shot.
Well,
the 8 ball.
Do you think Alvin's dogged it enough where he's ready to actually run out?
Well,
I mean, at this point, I would think Alvin's like, okay, enough of this dogging it stuff.
Well, he's gone dead straight in the 4, so he's just going to
Yeah,
chip back.
he's okay. I mean, he's going to drop back. He can cheat the rail a little bit. He's going to go forward and try. He doesn't want to screw it up. Yeah, and that's really perfect because he can roll forward on it.
Now, is he going to roll forward, or is he going to play a little stun? Because I think he wants to play the little stun to get a decent line in this 6. No, he's going to roll out. He's going to roll out. You can tell by the look
He's
at
fine. Yeah,
the queue.
he just needs a little angle, and he's got the little angle. Let's just go forward off the end rail. Get pretty straight on the 8.
Well, this is a shot. So it's just going to be a stopper. That's it. Stone dead for the 9 into the corner, top right. Well, I think Albie especially should go and look at the last few racks and see how crazy he got. So Albinario is the virtual 9-ball world champion of 2024, and he's only won by 4 racks at the end of it, 25 to 21. And some crazy stuff happened here. I mean, it should have been over half an hour ago. So let's have let's have a look. What the hell's that? Let's have a look at the that's not it. The stats. Well, in fact, no. What we'll do is we will look at the money side of things. Losers round 6 gets $250. So that would be Interchange X, who probably doesn't even think he's in the money, but he is, for example. And losers round 7 got $350. Round 8 got $485. Round 9 got $665. Round 10 got $905. So $905 would be Matt, who's come out with almost $1,000. And round 11, which was the semi-final match, $1,200 for Spectre Dawn. And in the final, if we can get there, that is, the final round, the winner gets $3,620 and runner-up $1,810. That's right, $1,810. So stats, Albinario is going to be streets ahead of everybody as far as, that's not it, that's the bracket again. There we go. Break stats. Albinario out in front because he played the one-loss side, but he's 1.1. Cobra second best on the break stats, but look at the difference there. Runouts from the break. Okay, Albinario played more matches, but he's well ahead of everybody. Spectre Dawn and Bedhead were the 2 closest.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a great player when he's breaking a lot better than you.
Yeah, and the racks ran, if you look at Albinario, miles ahead of everybody. Even though he had played the extra match or so, he's still miles ahead of everybody, like 30 racks ahead, pretty much. Matt actually is the closest on 37, I think. No, tell a lie, Bedhead 42. What am I doing? I'm forgetting 41, 41, 42. But, that's still very good stats. Racks High Run was 4 for Albinario. Bedhead and Slim take that title from the Racks High Run. And Moneyball shot, Albinario was in 98, Bedhead was 100, Spectre Dawn was 99, Cobra's 100 all the way through the tournament. Never missed a Moneyball. But here's where it makes painful reading for Cobra. Albinario back to back, don't forget. Back to back wins on the 9-ball and the 10-ball. And another one to his name. How many is that he's got?
That's 12, I think, now.
Is it? Oh, well. So, congratulations to Albinario. Well done. But what a crazy finish, Albi. What happened to your brain? Half of it went to bed.
Hey, Albie. Hey, Hugh, let's have some fun. Go in the lobby and click on that link.
Faces from Scotland's past come to life after forensic reconstruction.
Well, click on a link so everybody in the stream can see it.
What link? That one at the bottom of the screen.
It's in the lobby.
Right, I'm in the lobby.
Click on the link. Am I not seeing it? Oh, maybe I stopped.
Yeah, the one that says VP Online, Solaris.com/Scots. I clicked it. That one there.
Okay. I think the stream's way behind or something, because I don't see it.
Sign up for CNN's Wonder Theory Science. Where the hell's this come from?
Yeah. It's a CNN article.
As visitors explore the recently opened Perth Museum and Art Gallery in Scotland, they come face to face with the past. Lifelike digital facial reconstructions of people who lived across the Perth and Kinross region of Scotland centuries ago blink and change their expressions as museum goers pass by. The reconstructions which combine art. Oh, so this is a real story. It's just the fact that you've changed the pictures. Blah, 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 blah. There's too much to read there, Steve. I'm not reading all of that.
Well, you got to go back to the last pictures. There's
right.
One more row of pictures. They show how they do the reconstruction.
Right, resurrecting ancient faces. What the hell does that say? Ryn made physical and digital models during the reconstruction work after studying the shape of each skull, which helped him determine, there was Ryn the name of some guy, right? Determine and estimate the shape of each face. Each skull.
So that's what they came up with.
About 50 hours to reconstruct for each skull. A 3D scan was made. I made that picture. I can't remember how I made that picture.
They just missed the fact that it was a tactical genius. They didn't come to the right conclusion. They didn't realize they were looking at a tactical genius.
Well, it does look like you, because it is me. It's some of my old, I don't know, that one with the eyes. I can't remember where I did that. It was some sort of software that was online. So anyway, Cobra's nightmare almost turned into a dream at the end there by Albinario.
Yeah, it almost became Albin's nightmare.
And then Albinario suddenly went mental. He just completely lost it with that shot into the side pocket. He choked big time. So congratulations to Albi. Hopefully Steve will have made a note, hint, to look at the Virtual World Snooker Championship and getting that set and going live. And
I got a note.
Albinario.
Remember to look at my notes.
And in fact, for anybody else who hasn't seen it, go and look at Albinario's 146 break that he made last year, because that's a rarity in snooker. And he actually made it at the same time that the Australian guy, Neil Robertson, made 2 in the World Championships. In the real World Championships, a 146. Albinario was 2 inches away from a 147. He actually blocked himself off on the 8 ball, the black ball, sorry. But that is it, folks. Really enjoyed it. Exciting finish, as always, with these 2 guys. But it's Albinario again who reigns supreme. He's the man to beat. Don't forget, there is, at the moment, I haven't looked at the schedule. I can't be bothered. I want to get to bed. But there is one match for Tuesday evening. Most of you won't be bothered with that. I believe Slim may well be streaming it if he can stay awake. But I'll be up against Interchange X in round 2 of the Cowboy World Championships. And I might be here to 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't know what time. Thanks to Steve for his company.
Yep. And, thanks for streaming you.
Well played again, Albinario, getting there eventually. Well played to Cobra. Battled well. Didn't have a good break for most of the match. When the break started working, it was too late.
But he showed he had a little bit of guts in trying to come back.
And Albinario did his best to help him as usual. Right, good night, guys. Take care.
Good night.
And we'll see you all again soon.